There. Aha!
We are now live. Whoa.
Whoa, we're live.
And the stream's running. Very cool. Music's playing in the background. Whoa. Okay. Just sending out notifications now to everyone.
Oh man, look at that Red Hood. What a woman.
True. There we go. Okay, so Discord notified, and now Twitter has been notified. Okay, people notified. We're good. Nice.
Shut up, Ripple. You're late.
Ripple is
We was here. We was here.
Oh, you're a little loud.
You're too.
Let me turn you down. I'll turn you down from my end.
All right.
Let's see. Okay. Speak again.
Ripple's still late.
Okay, yeah, we're fine now. Good.
Okay.
Great, wasn't it?
So who's ready for some accurate predictions?
Will they be accurate? I'm not sure.
I don't
But there
know.
will
They
be
might.
predictions. It could all happen. And we are Nostradamus, right?
They could. But who knows? Maybe it'll be something that happens later. And we'll be like, wait, didn't we?
Just like when
So-
I predicted the Rappy's body would be used by the four beasts.
Yeah.
But then it ended up being something
And,
completely different than how I thought it would end up being. I thought Behemoth would eat the body.
Yeah.
It just made
I
sense.
thought so. It was that, and probably it was going to be a way to bring back Red Hood again.
Mhm.
But instead, only one.
Only one out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. But could you imagine if instead of Rappy, it morphed into Red Hood?
It could still morph into Red Hood over time. Who knows?
No,
We don't know.
Maybe she'll get red hair like hers. Maybe she'll get
grow horns.
She might grow horns too. And then country music.
What do you think, Ripple? Since you are here. Well, Ruby's trying to sell me something? That's cool.
Rupee's just like, I'm low on money.
Commencing operation. Leave the support to me.
You lose it if only one end up looking like Red Hood? Why? What would be wrong with that?
Oh, I saw I saw OG Bestie out there.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, she was, but oh well.
Sawteeth.
Let's just claim everything.
Come again if you need anything.
Just
I
to
only
do the opener,
recognized it
right?
because of her big hat.
Sure. Yeah, she has the
Looking to
big
get something on
witch's
the up and
hat.
up? Then you've come to the right. I see
It's
you're
like
a
she's
man
going
of
into a
Welcome
Souls
to
game.
Ruby's shop.
Mhm. Let's just buy everything up. There we
Doesn't it feel
go.
great spending money?
Oh yeah, that is a thing too.
Oh, what's the thing? What happened?
Oh, I forgot that you could do multi-selection on in the shop.
Yeah, you can do that now.
So, yay, quality of life.
It's been around for at least 5 months.
Oh.
Let's see. Can I get anything on my social recruit polls? Let's see.
Rap.
Come on, give me Winter Solin.
You mean like how Arcana just stole that from you?
Yeah,
Oh,
she stole it.
there's no rapping. Damn. Literally just. Like,
Oh,
yoink.
it's something. Something gold now. What's it gonna be? Ripple. You predict it right now. It's up to you. Epinyl, he says, okay.
Don't.
Right at the end.
Mhm.
Please.
It's Tetra, so it can't be Epinyl. It's Yen.
Come to our store if you need any.
Go, Chinese,
Chinese
go.
lady.
Soldier,
Chinese lady.
Don't tell
Gonna
Ignis.
do a dance.
That was your second guess, really? Do I have her
Got it.
MLB now? Let's see. Yan, where are you, Yan? Oh man, I can't even see her on my screen. Where is she? There she is. I do. She's
Oh.
MLB now. Whoa.
Whoa.
feeling it's nice.
Yan
Max limit
MLB.
break.
How many characters do I not have MLB yet? Let's see.
Then there's
Limit
me.
break. Let's see. So many are limit are L3. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have. I'm surprised I don't have Laplace fully done, but I don't.
She's too busy breaking windows and Suyin replacing them.
Bunny Soda, Volume, Bunnyade, Miyahara. It's quite something. Okay, I'm just gonna claim my stuff.
Marianne gets resurrected and gets an alt. Oh.
I mean, she's still alive. She didn't die, right? Don't worry.
Free treasure item.
What's gonna happen is only one will come to Eden, and because she has 2 cores,
I can do even better.
she's gonna give 1 core to Miriam to revive, so that she can have a proper queen core again, right? That's how it's gonna work out. That's how we revive Miriam.
And the course she gives is Red Hoods.
Could be that one, yeah.
Will she know? Who knows?
Welcome to the raisin.
Take as much time as you
Could
like.
be something that the
I'm
Four
sure
Beasts
you'll
trying
be
to do.
more than happy with
Could be.
the purchase.
Or it could have been Red Shoes steals Libby's core from the body with no head and then brings it to revive Miriam so that she can have her puppet back or something like that. That's another way.
that is another way. Oh jeez. Poor Libby.
Libby just wanted to talk about love, and then she got her head torn off. That was not fun.
Everything you need.
Just in time,
Well-
dear client.
And that's when we
Smart
were just like,
choice.
the queen has to die. She has defiled Lilywise and Libby.
Well, you think about it, the queen defies what Behemoth talked about, which was the cornerstone of evolution, which was communication, because the queen can't communicate with people, or she at least chooses not to communicate with people.
She just chooses fear and maybe telepathy. Well, I can't really say telepathy technically.
She's just injecting messages into her hive mind.
Yeah.
You love Behemoth?
Really, Ripple? Really?
Ripple, what do you think?
Meanwhile, you. Oh,
What do you think Behemoth is going to do, Ripple? What is her next step? since you are the current behemoth lover who's here, you can tell us. He can't tell me? He's hiding it. He's gatekeeping what Behemoth's gonna do. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
It's untoward. But she's just gonna
And of
do
course-
normal story stuff.
Nope.
Nope. Really? Okay. See, I did have
Messy and sloppy.
something. If we wanted to make like a flow chart of events or something like that, of what we think would happen and how they would flow into each other. I don't know. Is that something you would be down with? I'm not sure.
I'd be down with that.
So let's see. With chapter 45, it's 45, right? The next one?
Yes. 45 is the next one. 45 and 46, as well as 3.5.
So we know the first thing that's going to happen is the 6-0 fight. Wow, that text is way too small. Can I make this bigger? Size, not 48, 36. There we go. So the 6-0 fight stuff's going to happen, right?
Yes. Although
Which-
she is weakened, she's still has some power.
But from this fight, what has to happen first is the power shutdown. Now, what kind of could any issues come from that? Maybe because you know there are like secrets in the R, especially in MMR, and like the remember the place where they were holding the heretics? It was like the Atlas cages, or whatever, deep down.
Yes.
Wouldn't this power shutdown affect those at all? So maybe there could be like monsters running amok that they would need to put back into the cages if they power down everything like the commander suggests. That could be spooky.
That could be very spooky, but I'd have
Although-
to assume that those who developed that area of like deep under the arc
It's
doesn't
completely
have
separate grid or something, right? Power
a
grid.
separate grid that you have a
That
separate
even
grid,
Enoch has no eyes in, which then means 6-0 can't get into it.
right?
Miriam Jor
Can't
saying
be-
unlimited overspec units soon. How would that be possible, though? How could Alice or Ludmilla or Uwe or Neve get a second core?
I could probably see Alice.
Alice, is this going to be revealed to be a secret pilgrim experiment by the Ark?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they are
that's-
trying to
that's
make
cool.
their own pilgrims. That's why she's so strong in gameplay. And that's why she's called
Meanwhile, in
Alice,
lore, she's
because it's a storybook, right? And all
Yes.
the pilgrims are based on stories.
Yep.
So
Alice
Alice
in
fits in.
Wonderland.
That's been a theory for a while, is Alice being a secret pilgrim, right?
Or at least based on prototype pilgrim, with like the Ark trying to reclaim that, even though it's probably been, it's definitely been next to impossible. But now Neon, I'm saying Neon with her new body, it could make that more of a reality.
True.
But who knows if they need other special materials. Like, I think they were lucky enough to have it down where Jean was, just to be able to build that new body for Neon.
And Jean is using the data that she got from building Neon's new body to then try to make something new for missiles in general, right?
The best she could do is, if she would actually be, kind, but this is Jean we're talking about.
Mhm.
We thought Suyin, not evil. Jian, absolutely evil.
She did put she does use Nikke's
Yes.
a lot. This thing I can't just set a default text size. I set a
And then
default
they
text
give
size.
us. Imagine they just give us overspec uni with a fatter butt and is pilgrim level strong.
There's supposed to be something that Suin made for Uni in conjunction with Miharu's new body, right? So there is a new body for Uni already made by Suin.
So we're just gonna torture her even more. Great.
Maybe.
Look.
Let's see the power shutdown. Let's see with the power shutdown, potential Atlas cage failures. Just want to write that down. Atlas cage is failing, causing something bad to happen.
As if we didn't have to worry about E2 crystals and Nihilister and Chatterbox paying a visit, along with Indivilia. Whew.
Well, I mean, they're all dead. Except for
They're all dead.
Chatterbox.
Chatterbox gonna come back and be annoying little shit that he is. Just get stomped by a new Snow White.
Let's see.
She just doesn't oopsies. It's
Miraku.
not evil like Red Shoes. Oh god.
Miraku saying for the third half Annie banners, Neo Neon and Idolinis. Trust me, bro. Maybe. I've been seeing people say that as well, but the source might be right. It might not be wrong. They might be wrong. I'm seeing though that there's some art from official Nikke creators that are related to Hansel and Gretel. So Hansel and Gretel could potentially also be it, because there is art coming out of Hansel and Gretel. And usually I've seen in the past that art from other creators is like foreshadowing sometimes.
Yes. But then again, artists just felt like they could just want to draw character. They just want to draw characters because either commissions or they just want to. Probably mostly a commission. But I'd say Hansel and Gretel technically are probably closer to ready than Anise and Neon. Like, Neon is more ready than Anise is at this point. She has her new body. I don't think she probably just needs a weapon and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably going to be easier for her to get her weapon compared to Anise, who still needs to do that concert. So
yeah, the Anise concert is 100% happening in the next chapter.
Yes. But if the next chapter is going to be the concert, then it would make sense for 3.5 to focus on Anise and probably testing out her new weapon as well as Neon. But it wouldn't be like it might also involve. It could involve a like the first phase of the third Reclamation War, and Queen Lilith is going to come down and be like, slap!
Maybe. It seems
Or
though
she might get...
she's this doesn't want to do it herself because she sent her new heretic to go attack.
Like Mirror said, she's a scaredy cat. And after getting shot by Dorothy and the third Annie, yeah, she just ran off like, oh, I'm hurt.
Cinderella and Siren, Grave, Mori, they're already gone to try to find Hansel and Gretel, right? They left the reclamation site to go find them.
Yes, they're looking for them, but also Mori's getting her little training arc, which is probably putting her to death.
True. There is going to be Mori alt could happen soon. Yeah.
That'll be the first free Nikke that was released to have an alt that might actually be an improvement. Just an urn. She got vaporized by one of Cindy's lasers that went astray by accident, right?
would be
Oh my god, she got her hand.
yeah. Oh yes, let me put this here. This is my long shot thing, which is Haran revived by 4 beasts dark matter. 4 beasts dark matter, right? Like the dark matter furnace.
Yes, the dark matter furnace.
Just
Mother's blood.
just get some of the ashes, throw in the furnace, and maybe she pops out.
Just pops out like she just took a dive in a pool.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, the witch is back.
We
But
could
you know, they could save that for Noah too.
Oh wait. No. So what's gonna happen, I think, is because we're going for the with the whole thing we're trying to do with 6-0 is we're trying to make it so that we take down 6-0 and then Birmingham agrees to give Eden the tech for building Nikke's, right?
Yes.
So it's gonna be
In
like
exchange.
Jean is using the Neo Neon tech to make the new bodies for Scarlet and Rapunzel.
And then in return, they can also give the advanced weapons, much
Yeah.
to Johan's dismay.
You max cord rapping? Wow. You got her to 2 stars on the SR? That took you long. That took you a long time, Ripple. That took you a long
Well, I
time.
won before you. My Rappy's been max cord since last year. Get on my level.
My rep is in max cord since 2022.
Not that Rappy.
Let's make these boxes bigger. There we go. Keep coping, pal. Yeah, Noah getting revived would be good. Miriam Schroyer. I do want to see Noah meet up with. Who did she like in the arc again? She liked Anne in the arc. That happened.
And
She met Senti and was impressed.
she needs to give Neon a hug.
Yeah, she needs to be reunited with Neon, and they can be friends again.
Yes. Noah and Neon tear shit up. Yes, please. Yes, please. Offense and defense. There you go. Well, technically, yeah, it'd be Neon on offense. Yeah, Noah on defense.
The one thing that's confusing to me is so Anise having issues with her power randomly in chapter 44,
Yes.
even though in chapter 42 she just used it immediately, was able to absorb all the energy from the huge cannon and aim it all at only one. So it seemed like she had full control then.
She probably, well, she also had, she was also connected to the Ark's power, so now she needs a way of being able to generate that power without the Ark.
Well, she's not generating it, right? Her whole thing is that she doesn't generate it. She just steals it from other people. Like she could just grab into any kind of like energy-based projectile or shield or something like that and just suck it up and use it as her own.
So basically we make her taunt and then have her take all that, all that attack, and then she just unleashes hell.
Yeah, she could unironically work with Cinderella to absorb a bunch of Cinderella's blasts in order to then redirect it into one like big pinpointed shot. They get like a double team up move or something. Which would be pretty neat. Because she can't do that. Because she can't do that with the Rappy or Neon, right? Because neither of them use energy projectiles. Also, is Neon now just going to be a melee unit? Because she was just punching things with her hands, right? The whole crystal arc, she was just punching through them. She wasn't using any weapons.
She'll probably do that, but she'll probably be similar to, say, she could be either a rocket launcher or a sniper rifle or assault rifle. In other words, she'd probably be similar to Scarlet.
Yeah, Miruku. Anise needs proper weapons. What she should have is have a battery pack or something that she carries around, just sucks the energy out of it and then redirects it. She could have something like that. I think what Laplace has, which is when she's attacking something, her wasted energy or whatever gets absorbed into her hammer. If Anise has something like that, where it could absorb into like a battery or something like that, and then she could just use it after the fact to do like a big beam attack, that would be neat. Luigi Mansion Anise, yep.
Well, that's already L-Egg.
Well, Egg was only sucking up the ghosts. She wasn't sucking up energy. Only the hologram.
True. But still, L-Egg was the closest to Luigi's Mansion.
Mhm.
Literally sucking up ghosts to get power and destroy things. Haha!
Because if we go to chapter 36, right? Is it 36? No, it's not 36. It's 33. Leviathan, Offsprings. Which one is it? Where's the one where we're dancing in front of them and then Cinderella comes out and blasts them?
Thank
Your mom, she, I don't.
you. Okay, what?
For us,
How so?
and be.
How I'm. I don't.
I'm.
All right. So yeah, is this and
You.
how this is there was, but that felt incidental.
I don't
Certainly
think
not.
this is the right one. Scouting battle? There we go.
But they yeah. I. Don't. You doesn't.
There she is. There's Behemoth. Whoa.
What are you talking so?
That it's an.
You talk.
You don't. It's up.
Be...
How?
Come on, show me the CG.
I'm. What? Who?
Big.
It's you. Don't help. You.
Can't continue.
It wasn't in there either? Okay. Let me just go on the Nikke DB site instead. That will be quicker to find the CG. Because apparently they should add that into the recollection thing where you just view the CGs instead of having to go through the entire story.
Jeez, the event allows us to see all the CGs we got.
Exactly. Yeah, here we
Now,
go.
if I could have the sounds with that too, that'd be great.
Yeah, imagine this scene right here with Cinderella just sending huge blasts out. But instead, she sends it towards Anise and has Anise absorb everything to do a huge, big, focused blast. That'd be huge. If you find the ripped scenes, the ripped burst scenes, right? You can then upload them to NikkeDB and play them there, right? That's a possibility. But you need to find the ripped scenes from like the source first. Yeah. Just whoosh. And he's just absorb it all. It would be insane.
Oh, there was Sad Rappy.
You don't have a source. I think in the Nikke community Discord, people post stuff there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 6-0 fight, power shutdown, potential Atlas cage failures, Jean using Neo Neon tech to make new bodies for Rapunzel and Scarlet, a news concert, yeah, Third Reclamation War, question mark. But that one seems kind of unlikely because of the interaction we saw with Dorothy and Birmingham, where he basically said, "What do you think? We're stupid. We're not going to do that."
That's probably because there was just rumors, and who knows where Johan was getting his intelligence from.
True. And then,
But then again, there's also, it couldn't just be like Birmingham could be like hiding something too.
this whole thing with all of Dobin's soldiers being addicted
Yeah.
to the red dust or whatever it's called. Was it? It's red. What is it? Red dust. What's it called again? Red. What? Red sand is from Mass Effect, so I don't think it's called that.
No, that's not mist because
Red mist. It's red mist. Yeah, it's red mist.
That's just mist.
Oh, it's just mist. I thought it was red.
Yes, I'm like, where did this red come from? I know that they're addicted to mist.
Oh, I thought it was red. Red.
No.
I see. It's because Moran is red. And in
And the core dust, you have the red core.
I see. Yeah, they're all
red
addicted to
eyes.
mist. Ripple's addicted to red. That's not good for you.
Marion Enjoyer, you should ask Ripple about sand.
He doesn't like it. Dobin.
Of course.
Yeah,
rough,
Dobin is trying to
irritating.
blackmail Dorothy about Pine, right?
He's looking into information about Pine after Boom the Ghost. That's people keep saying didn't happen, but it did happen. I'm sorry. It happened. We had to deal with our bullshit. But Shift Up's trying to fix some of that.
Yeah. What would he even do with info? I don't get it. Like, he finds info about Pine. Pine is dead. We already know that. What's this gonna do? Like, oh, this is Pine's family before she became Nikke. You can find them in the Ark if you wanna look at her cousins' descendants or something like that. It's what would be the point?
Promise her. Look, we're already talking about bringing people back from the dead. What if he finds out about dark matter? As if he doesn't already know about
Or
it. 'Cause
maybe-
I'm sure since he's
Maybe not dark matter, but maybe they have a brain scan and like, oh, we can give you the brain scan data and you can rebuild her in the simulation room and hang out with her in there.
extra schizo.
Which Ripple wouldn't be happy with that because he got really upset about it in Boom the Ghost, where she hanged out with the ghost of that other mass-produced Nikke.
Yeah, that did happen. That happened. And it's just like she was already losing it.
Wait, Grave, Cinderella, and them haven't met Dorothy yet either. That needs to happen.
Yeah, Dorothy didn't meet Cinderella post Anichiro.
Like Pioneer and the original Goddess members need to meet Old Tails. That needs to happen.
Yes, meet with the comrades they were supposed to have 100 years ago. I
That's,
remember Lumi.
something.
I was, you know what? Because of this current event, using some of Neverland's soundtrack. You know which one they're using.
The Bound Chicka Wawa one.
Yep. I was like, man, I kind of miss Neverland, but also I remembered that they wrote the commander like an idiot in that too. But God forbid I do
Just
something
kidding.
degenerate.
Well, this time in the latest event, he's no longer kidding. He's not kidding at all, and he's going actually too hard sometimes.
Yeah,
The writer for I think the bald guy is the writer for Neverland at all. He's the writer for this for multiple events at this point. He wrote like the third Annie, the 2.5 Annie. He's writing the 3.5 Annie. He's writing everything at this point. I think he's the lead writer for everything now. The bald man.
But it seems like things have gotten a little better.
I really wonder what caused them to make the 2x2 love event. They something changed over there. So they realized something had to change with the love connections with Nikke, because we've been missing that for a long time. It's been like a year since we had like a really like lovey-dovey event.
How,
Released. Yeah, the last like big lovey-dovey thing was
Life was
Hell,
great,
I think.
wasn't it?
yeah, like the sauna part. Jeez.
Yeah,
Or
like
at
in
least
the hot spring.
let me have my one-on-one sauna part with Ludmilla. At least let me have that with Ludmilla.
Mhm.
Because
Ripple's
compared
saying,
to her,
Go ahead, finish your point.
because I prefer Christmas Ludmilla over her original. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I would be I would be down bad for her, just like Commander has been for Privity.
the commander was kind of down bad for her during Neverland, but they just made us go, oh, just kidding, even though he really wanted to go for her.
Yes, I'm like, let me have that. Damn, let me have that.
Also, hello Ken in the YouTube chat. I'm gonna acknowledge you right now.
Oh yeah, the Blanc and Noir in the sauna when they were trying to be with especially with
In hot spring. In the hot spring.
In hot spring sauna, yeah, oh yeah, it's hot spring, yeah.
Yeah, we said
I'm
just kidding,
thinking that.
and we didn't want to go inside the hot spring with them.
No,
Quite something.
I'd rather get scared.
But yeah. Ripple's thinking that the 2x2 event is a reaction to the Chinese dorm system that they had. Well, it wasn't really a dorm, so it was just two things with Viper and Blanc. That was it, nothing else. And it was very limited in the features.
Very, but also they had full 3D character models. Yeah, 3D scenes
and voice acting.
Oh god. Now, could you imagine all? Well, actually, no, I can't imagine that because both Skylar and Kira have done some things. At least a decade ago, they were in the same game.
Yeah, Honey Pop.
They were both in Honey Pop. Yes. But so was Blanc's VA too.
Oh.
I forget. I think because I know Kira voiced Lola, and I think
Welcome Wispy.
Skylar voiced Nicole.
Let's see. Okay, well, let's look at our predictions here anyway so far. So we got Jean using Neo Neon. Let's go back to that.
Okay, yeah.
Neo Neon using the Neo Neon tech to make new bodies for Rapunzel Scarlet. That sounds plausible to me, right? That would make sense with the whole thing.
That's very possible. If they don't do it, I'll be like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'd be like, why not use the most advanced tech? Old Tales reunion. Is that going to happen anytime soon? It has to happen soon because they need to finish that up. They need to wrap it up. That needs to be wrapped up.
Yep.
Because it took them forever to wrap up the 4Beast storyline. They got to wrap this up too. Like it just needs to be finished. Also, yeah, they're doing something with the chibis, right? The chibis are getting really detailed, so I think they're trying to make a mode with the chibis soon. That's not surface mode. It's probably going to be a dorm style system or something like that where you can interact with them.
But they'd have to do all the chibis unless like the ones that have the updated
It's been
ones
since everything that's come out since Snow White are updated and good and like to have like all the nice little features to them.
Yeah. But it's like still you could look at OG Privity's OG Chibi model, compare it to her Gotcha skin. And I think it's still kind of low quality. They need to go and update her. But like, yeah, Snow White, Sora.
Yeah, surface mode is scrapped. It's not going to happen anymore. Whatever kind of story content that we're going to have on surface mode, they'll have to probably feed it to us through different ways, like in the main campaign or like side stories or something. Because they probably did have a story mode like kind of thing set up for it, I think.
No, Sora's not scrapped.
Sora's scrapped in real life.
Oh, that one's scrapped. That was funny.
Yeah, let's see.
AI's finally having its bubble burst.
What other things could we talk about? Okay, so what other things could we think of happening in the next 2 chapters? So I think 6.0 stuff would be finished by chapter 45, right? Like they wouldn't spend more than 1 chapter on it, I think. They might only spend like half a chapter.
And well, we already said that the third Reclamation War is probably just a farce, and especially if Dobin's just utilizing, or it's just Dobin's forces kind of just bloodthirsty right now. But that could lead to maybe funneling some people up to the surface, especially to Reclamation Site 1.
True.
Because we already had Nora go up there for the Christmas event, and while she did pass away, still that mission that Terminus Ticket was big on could have just led the foundation of we can start bringing humans back up to the surface.
True. Yeah, that was the attempt, was to show people, yeah, we have the power to do this and we want to do more of it. But Nora dying on the train kind of hurts that. I think that's what they mentioned in Terminus Ticket, was that was bad PR.
A little bit, but it's... They also have to consider it was her age, but Solene wanted to keep that promise she made to Nora.
What about this here? So Inri finds out Dora's lore, right? And then maybe that leads to the betrayal of the goddess squad is revealed to the Ark somehow.
They do that, and they make... here's the thing. If that happens, and they make Oswald the Gold again, I think, and I really think, Ripple's going to have a major fucking crash out.
Did they ever actually say that Oswald was dead? They mentioned that he's no longer works at the Forbidden Library, right? But they never said that he's dead now. They never really directly said it.
Yeah.
It seems like he probably is dead, but they haven't said for sure.
He could be as old as Nora was.
Yeah.
And it might be that chance where he finally meets Dorothy face to face, but he's going to look like Herman.
Yeah, he could be like Herman. But Herman didn't have Evergreen, and he still lived that long, which is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, but Anderson's still alive, and he would have Evergreen.
Yeah. Of course he would have Evergreen. He's like... If they lose Anderson, I think there would be complete chaos. There's nobody who could really, like, keep an eye on things. I'm like, Birmingham may be it's definitely more of a politician than he is.
Does Birmingham and Dobin even know who Anderson originally was? They don't act like they know who he originally was.
No, but Birmingham does know that Anderson could still kick his ass.
Yeah. I think he was sincere saying he was a fan, though, Miriam Najoyer. I think he actually does like the commander, and he does actually want to, live vicariously through him, I guess, essentially.
Yes.
That's basically what we talked about, because he wasn't allowed to go on the surface, but he wants to see it happen. Also, yeah, Miriku. Yeah, thanks for asking for the upgraded chibis in the surveys, so we got them.
Birmingham also just was never able to become a commander, even though that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Seeing how that his family was like high status, high profile, he was pretty much he was to be a deputy chief or somewhere high up in politics.
Yeah, his dad was somewhere up there.
Yeah, so he does see the commander as an enemy, but only on the political side. For someone to help reclaim the surface and bring humanity back on top, yeah, he's a fan.
He's a fan of it.
We're gonna have self-insertception here.
Yeah, he's self-asserting to us. Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, eat your heart out.
Let's see. Let's connect these little things together. That fits. I think these guys are just lonesome.
Yeah, because we can't really trust the third reclamation war to actually happen. But then again, it's like Marion and Joya said, don't really trust burning them, but I trust him a hell of a lot more than Dobin. Dobin is ready to ruin a lot. That man is crazy.
Wait, this actually can go here, because this would have to happen before the Old Tales and Pioneer reunion can never occur. Come on, give me the arrow. There we go.
Honestly, I think burning him as much he wants Papillon back.
He's a married man. He doesn't really care about Papillon. He told Papillon to go away, didn't he? When she communicated.
Damn, that sucks. I remember I could have sworn he worried about her when she was still stuck in Eden.
Didn't he like get contacted by her so during like last like chapter or something like that? And he was like, okay, do you not know that I realize? Do you not realize I knew you were like giving them information or whatever? Because didn't she like leak stuff to Eden?
Yeah, she had stuff. She leaked stuff to the Ark, and then more likely leaked stuff back.
Yeah, she joined Eden. Yeah, which he wasn't happy about. Yeah, what about Frisia? Yeah, where did Frisia go? What if Frisia? Yeah, Frisia can't be Ingrid anymore because we met Ingrid's mother.
Met Ingrid's mother. Ingrid has a sister.
Yeah, EH can't be Frisia because she was born from Ingrid's mother, so we don't know who Frisia can be.
Can Arcana? I don't know. I don't think so. But then again, she could have.
Frisia reveal. Let's put that as a point.
You know what? She will be the mother of Suyin.
She automatically could be. That wouldn't be impossible. Suin has purple eyes, and Frisia has kind of purple eyes, right? Let's see.
Yeah, there's a purple motif on Frisia.
Yeah, she has purple-ish eyes, purple pinkish eyes. Let's see, Suin. How's Suin looking here? Yeah, Suin has like pure purple eyes. There's a little bit of pink right there. Right there, you see like a little bit of pink. That could be like from Frisia.
Yep. Has green speckles.
There's also green in there, yeah. But there's the pink. And we know that Suin and Jean are half siblings, right? So they have different mothers, same father.
Yep.
So they could be like aged apart pretty well. So it could be the fact that Mr. Macilis was married before the Ark closed and had Jean, and then the wife died, and then after Frisia grew up, she became Mr. Macilis' second wife. And Suin was born.
And Suyin was born.
Frisia can't be the childhood friend though, because she's just she's too old for that.
She would be she would be too old for that. Suyin is still the closest.
But let's talk about. So we have this here. Like these are like general story points that could happen between like chapter 45 and 46, right?
Right.
The nom-noms are playing.
Oh, I'm sure that Frisia did get a warm home and lots of food.
Yeah, she got to live in high society. She probably became. What were they called? The custodians or whatever. What was the high class people name? It was like custodian or something. Custody. Here we go. Yeah, invest in Suin stocks because Suin is going to become big.
Sovereigns.
Oh,
they were called sovereigns.
What the hell is custodians from? That's from something else.
That's from something else. I think. Custodians. What are they doing? Janny work? Shit.
I don't know what I was thinking about there. But yeah, sovereigns. Yeah, she became a sovereign. Marines. Maybe I was thinking about Space Marines. Who knows?
Janitors and Space Marines.
No, there's some other sci-fi universe where custodian or whatever was a high status title. I don't remember what it was, but it's something out there. I'll find it eventually. I will find it. Yeah, so concert, Mori training.
Oh, the custo. Oh, no.
Why would there be a civil war, Zenard? Why would that happen?
The only civil war that would happen is the Outer Rim versus the Ark. And that's what some people have been trying to do.
The Outer Rim already failed.
It failed horribly.
And now there's Enix Nikke's in there who just wipe out everyone who has any kind of rebellious thought.
It's just like pew, pew. Everybody dead. I like that.
Oh yeah, eternity. That's how you spell eternity. Oh my god, how do you spell eternity? Eternity.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Endless
there we go.
eternity.
It's, gain souls, right? There we go. With that, because she when Eternity was looking at Ace, she her heart started beating, I guess, and she developed a soul.
She was definitely starting. She was starting to get emotions.
Yeah.
And actually was starting to feel closer to being human. But then again, I don't know the details on how or what how they built Endless in Eternity, even though they said they're actual cyborgs. Who's to say that they don't have?
I think they're full AI.
Full AI, yeah, fully.
Which then, brings to the question: what's the point of Nikke's now if they can make full AI bots like them?
6-0.
Well, they weren't fully obedient Nikke's. They were fully obedient learning AIs that then learned too much and gained sentience overall, right?
Slowly but surely, it's going back to when Enoch didn't even lose 6-0.
Yeah.
So it's kind of slowly happening again. And now it's like, basically you have Terminator 2 Terminator in two quote unquote Nikke's.
Because you have that happening. Yeah, but so it'd be like, okay, so if what Enoch did pans out, it works properly. They're stronger than any other kind of Nikke, for the most part, besides like maybe a few pilgrims, right? What would be the point of not just mass producing AI controlled mass produced Nikke's without human brains?
There's no time.
What do you mean? You just have Enoch did it in 2 weeks. She has the blueprints already made. They just need to take the blueprint.
You would need the amount of
No, I'm saying because they're making new Nikke still constantly. Just swap it out so they don't take brains anymore. They just take AI. Which also, with the whole thing where they're ramping up mass-produced Nikke production, how does that work? Where are these women that are dying to become Nikkes so that they can build them on scale? To me, that means they're doing like cloned brains. It has to be cloned brains. That's the one that makes sense. That's the only way you're going to get like tens of thousands of Nikkes is by like cloned brains. It can't be you have tens of thousands of women just dying. Can the population of Outer Rim like handle like tens of thousands of like children-bearing aged women dying and then still have a population after the fact?
I don't know if an AI can never be rizzed if a niece was able to give one a soul. But who knows how much resources and time they need to get that many AI, basically having T-dolls.
Well, it's just going to be that you copy and paste the AI code and put it in each one.
That's the easy part. I'm also talking about the resources for the computer that's holding that AI.
Well, just be using the nymph instead of the nymph attaching to a brain. Just be the nymph gets the code in it. I would assume that would work. And the nymph controls everything. So wouldn't it be anything extra, right?
Maybe. But I still say that we don't know how much time the Ark has left or how much like extra resources they have. And things are like, we already had the issue with the Ark invasion, the E2 crystals. It's like how much is humanity going to deal with the Ark's BS until things really collapse?
There's also a thing which Ingrid had been talking about, which is a resource shortage is happening. Shortage.
That's what I'm getting at with if they were to do that many mass-produced Nikkes with AI similar to Endless in Eternity.
No, but the thing is though, they already have the technology. Like they're not making anything new. They're just repurposing what they've already made, and they're just removing the brain function. Like they just remove the brain element out of it, and that's it. So the same core is that the Nikke would have is going to be used to power the AI. The nymph is going to be used to power the AI, to run the AI instead of a brain, right? You're not making anything brand new that would take
there's nothing brand
more resources. It's just going to be you're actually using a bit less resources by not using a human brain, I guess.
I feel like there could just be a little bit more extra being used for instead of using a brain, you're using just essentially a computer.
Yeah, but that's just the nymph. Just repurpose the nymph to use it, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't know.
But,
the thing is also with the nymph is that they just
Ripple, if you say your your prediction for your next chapter is you plapping Rappy, ain't happening. We already know this.
Mhm.
Okay, and the 15-minute read of Makeout Session with Dorothy. You're not plapping her either.
Well. Also, Zenard said we can't. An AI can never be rizzed, but that's wrong. Remember Einik? Einik's been rizzed for
Einik
years
has
now.
been rizzed, yeah.
So that's
I should have
literally
mentioned
wrong.
Einik, but I focused on what Anise did. She was rizzing shit up.
That was just her aura that made that it made Eternity wake up. That was
Yeah,
aura.
we call that aura. I call her Stinky.
Oh. Let's see. Miraku is saying there's a 30-year gap prior to events of Mudfish and the meeting between Siren and Leviathan. I'll state that Siren has been wandering the surface for years. I thought Siren had fell from the space elevator and then was in her bubble in the currents of the ocean until she washed up. I thought that's what happened to Siren.
Well, she got a softer. Well, I can't really say a softer landing because if you land in water at that height, ow. But then again,
I thought she was in a
survived,
coma
so-
in her bubble. I thought that's what that meant in Mudfish, where she was just washed until she got washed up. She was in a coma inside of the bubble.
Probably was just was a good defense mechanism. I mean, that's what kept her alive when she was in in Gluttony. So yeah.
Yes, Sinard, you can eat Einik because if you go into the simulation, like we did with Guillotine and Maiden, you can do it in there. That's real. Yeah, so the resource shortage, though, is leading to... Oh, wait. The resource shortage, okay, that's the one thing that can cause a third reclamation war, right?
Yes. That could actually give a reason for the third, like it could be used for that. But also,
The thing is, though, how is there a resource shortage when they have unlimited power as long as the massive Rapture core doesn't get broken? And they can just keep making more of the sludge or whatever to make Splendiment. Whatever it is that makes Splendiment, as long as they have the power of the super massive Rapture core, that can just stay there. The only thing they would have resource shortages of, I guess, is metals and things like that. But they could just become uber recyclers and recycle every single piece of metal that they ever use.
Another reason for a third reclamation war is probably also go back up and see if you can find any dead Nikkes.
And that's wrong, Zenard.
Splendiment
Splendiment wasn't breaking down. It was just one of the tanks or whatever got contaminated by a dead Nikke, and that's why the Splendiment started tasting bad. Once they found the source and removed the contamination, it went back to normal.
Oh, hey, I remember that happening in real life. It was disgusting.
Oh, it happened in real life.
Oh, did you know about the Hotel Cecil?
Oh.
Yeah,
Nope.
that. Oh, you'd never heard of that. Lady disappeared. People started questioning the water in the hotel tasting funny
now I
and
remember.
looking funny.
I remember this now.
Yeah. Yes, that. I'm like, oh, that happened in real life.
True.
Yep, that happened. And I think still to this day, they don't know who killed her.
Oh, that's
They
sad.
still don't know. Yeah. they found her at least because, you know, maybe not hiding a body in in a water tank is such a great idea. Third Reclamation War, Arc Civil War, because people don't want to keep going. Well, if we do have the Third Reclamation War and then things start getting harder for the Arc, we're just going to have Nikke Phobia happen again, even though...
Nikke Phobia was actually never real. It was all a ruse by Deep.
It was all...
The Deep is who killed Pretty. It was not Nikke Phobia.
Yeah, because of that retcon. But they could bring it back because they could bring back what happened when Rappy left the hospital, and which then he killed.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was happening when she was a kid, and the nurse she had died because she was at one of the Nikke Phobia protests trying to defend Nikke's.
The one thing, yeah, Mirror Joy, when they taste real food, they'll hate Spun probably, because that's what happened to Dorothy and Cinderella and stuff. Said, oh, this stuff tastes like trash because they had the taste of real food. What needs to happen though is the superfood from Crown.
Oh, Crown Kingdom. Yeah.
That's the prediction. It's the superfood gets grown at Eden. Superfood grown
That would
at
be
Eden.
Crown's payment for her repairs.
Because that's something that should happen.
Because Crown's still half the woman she used to be, right?
Crown didn't get her head chopped or anything like that. She just got sliced in half. So
Yeah,
her
she got
entire
sliced in half.
head was she got sliced in like a diagonal, so her head was fine.
Yeah.
And
Therefore,
even they
half
do
the
have
woman she
the
used to be.
oh yeah, but she got repaired really quickly because it was a clean
Okay.
cut or whatever. Just like how
I know she was still alive.
Neon
Snow White.
and he's got repaired really quickly as well because it was just a clean cuts right from Indivilia.
Same, well, yeah, and then you had the Queen decapitate Snow White.
Right, growing at
She-
Eden and RE1 or RES01. There we go. Reclamation site
India
01.
is such a fraud, and if Top heard me, I hope Top hears me. And I call India fraud. Well, I loved Indivilia, but she was definitely a fraud. No, we call that Resident Evil Survivor, not Resident Evil 1.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's superfood getting to Eden and the reclamation site makes sense, especially with Crown being more out of her kingdom now and wanting to actively be part of the Queen fighting operation.
Yes.
And if there's a resource shortage, that would be something Crown would probably want to do is, finally give the superfood to humans. Like that was her whole goal in protecting it, right?
Ignis.
Ignis, that doesn't make any sense because we saw it in screen. It's a green little thingy.
No. Ignis. Crown's breast milk, not Scarlet's. Are you crazy?
If you have Scarlet, you're going to get drunk.
That's why it's a superfood.
Yeah, where's the...
It's very potent.
Where is the screen from Last Kingdom with the superfood? Nihilister come back? Nihilister got fully absorbed by the Queen, right? So she's actually in the Queen still, I guess, her nano machines. So she had to break out of the Queen's nano... her nano machines had to break out of the Queen's body somehow to return, I think.
No, we just gotta punch Lilith really hard in the stomach so she barfs her out. Because that was some cell shit that happened there.
Yeah.
Senator Armstrong.
The superfood is surrounded in... This is ice, right, around it? Because they had it in a deep storage or whatever. So I think this is green ice around the superfood. Or is this what the actual superfood seed looks like? It looks like it's a crystal.
I want to say it's more of a crystal, but it could be like... Yeah, like it could... yeah,
It's probably
storage,
ice.
but that's
It's probably ice around it.
That's some green looking ice, I'll tell you that. It could have just been the lighting with the.
Well, I think
With
the
the
actual
superfood
like
itself.
the fruit itself is green.
Now it's also.
Is this supposed to be like a fruit? I thought it was supposed to be like a grain.
I think it is a grain, and then you're supposed. The biggest question is if they can find out a way of reproducing it.
Well, I think like Crown has like a huge stockpile of it. It's just they need to plant it, and then when it's done, it has the seed or whatever, and they can just make
Yes.
more.
We'll call these the E4 crystals. Why E4 and not E3? Because why not?
The E4 food.
They belong to the E4 mafia.
Well, apparently it just tasted like average or whatever. It didn't have like an amazing taste, but it tasted good enough. But it was they mentioned that farmers were against it because it would outcompete their normal crops or whatever, because it grew everywhere on the planet easily and just was edible.
See, and then you have people take it, make something with it, and all of a sudden you probably just destroy
But
a farmer's income right there.
you don't have to worry about that anymore because there's no farmers.
No.
That's true. There are no farmers except Scarlet.
And the robots that do it.
Yes, the robots at Eden that do it. Yep.
Also, let's take a moment right here. Let's see, guys. Can I get my missing Nikke right now? Can I get my Winter Celine with these 5 pulls? Let's see.
No.
Damn. I feel
Eat the
bad.
superfood.
No.
I have extra Celine.
Come on.
But then
give
again, I
her-
got Celine, I got Diesel, and I got Bridge. So
Not you, Anne. I want the other white-haired girl.
you don't want the one with fake kitty ears?
They
I
became
can't say
real
that 'cause-
when she's
Yeah.
Winter. That's a
She's
miracle.
yeah, that is a miracle.
Yeah.
Blordo just ruined everything.
Lorda just come up. Lorda came up as soon as he said that. As soon as he said that, she came up.
Oh no!
There are like a million white hairs in this game, Ignis. White hair is the most common Nikke hair color, by the way. Sarandugo Nom Nom.
Neon.
Nope,
Nom
no,
Nom.
she's the only Nikke I'm missing in the entire game. And she won't come home. Besides Summer Neon, but we don't talk about Summer Neon because she's completely garbage.
I got Summer Neon, therefore, yeah. But yeah, compared to Summer, oh god, Summer and Niece is like,
Way better.
ooh,
You don't have
amazing.
regular Snow White, Mirror Enjoyer? Are you talking about regular Snow White or the updated version?
Heavy Arms. I don't know which one. Oh. No, it was June of 2024 when I got my regular Snow White. I was in Japan at that time.
Whoa. He
A
was in
month
Nippon.
later, I got Drunk Wife.
You don't have OG Snow White? Wow. I thought everyone had OG Snow White. That's kind of crazy.
She is a
Okay.
pilgrim, and
Let's think
Ugh.
about now the... Okay, so if the 3.5 Annie is Holland's own Gretel, how would that go down? I wonder. Whoa, he bonked me.
not everyone does. I'm like,
Everyone should.
well, then again, everyone should, but then again, out of all, like, my Small White was more built than my OG Snow White, but I did get OG Snow White later. But then I went hard on building Heavy Arms because I was terrible, and now Privity gets to be one of the stronger DPSs. I'm just like, well, kill me already.
Always believe in Privity.
Always believe in Privity.
It's so
You say
sad
that,
though
and then
that
Zanar's just gonna look at us like,
look us like what?
well, Zanar's just gonna look at us and just be like, shaking his head. They're shaking his damn head. I don't blame him because AdMe does need a little bit more love as well as Yola. I don't know if
Do.
wanna call
Are
it
they even
Yola.
that popular though?
Unfortunately, no. That's why you have Privity have the cat, some of the cat aesthetics, as well as being a drunk. Add who? You know what sucks is that both of them are voiced by the same character.
Oh,
Not same character, same voice actress.
Mirka, you don't have Bay and Clay? Damn. No cheerleaders for you, that sucks. No cheerleader loving. But the yeah, what Ignis said, I really wonder what the hard mode true ending is going to be, because the hard mode ending for this event right now, the 2x2 Love one, is going to be the actual true canon ending. All the other routes are going to not be true canon, I don't think. It's just going to be whatever the hard mode one is, because you can finish everything right now and you have like 90%, 99% done. And there's still one left, still one route left, and that's going to be the hard mode route. And the hard mode route is going to be the actual true ending, and it could be that every lovey-dovey moment that happened is non-canon. It's non-canon. It's just a what-if scenario. Zinar, tell that to the official timeline.
I would just be like, years of academy training wasted.
Well, it's at least you know that if that situation happened, that's how the character would react. So you can still use that in like storytelling. Is that, oh, this, you know, actually happened, they would still react like that because this is technically in character, right? At least we have that. At least we have that.
Privity is gluttony. Gluttony. Oh no.
See you again as canon because of how Helm reacted to us in the chapter 38 or whatever when she showed up on the surface with the Admire. And Rappy was kind of cold to her because she knows about the relationship between her and the commander too. That happened.
And then, oh god, I hope she didn't see the treasure item cutscene. Oh boy!
Yeah, the Mary necklace is canon because she has it in her burst animation now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did add that, and I was just like, oh. I think I saw someone post that too. Yeah,
someone Japanese kind of showed that out. Show that to us. Let's see. So if Hansel and Gretel are at their own compound, what do you think they're doing at their own compound? Because Siren said, oh, they're not like actively helping humanity anymore, right? So what are they doing out there, do you think?
They're brewing, they're doing the witch's brew. And that brew, in before they actually ended up being corrupted, but just... No, because I didn't meet the...
Well, Zar, you limit yourself to the official because that's what's actually canon and real and true.
Trying to think. Oh crap! But I mean, that I was surprised that even Siren survived that full blast. So, then again, I shouldn't be surprised because Aid probably gave Siren similar defense capabilities to, say, Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
And so the same could be said for Hansel and Gretel. But
do you think they could have any kind of... how did Siren find them, though? Because she sent out the bubbles, right? But then how did she gain the information about Hansel and Gretel not being on the side of Mandy? And why did... That would be weird, though, to me, because... Would that be Hansel and Gretel told one of the bubbles and the bubbles came back and told her that? And then Siren didn't say anything else back to Hansel and Gretel, and Hansel and Gretel never actually tried to come and find Siren? Because if they're on the side of humanity, right? Wouldn't they have wanted to come and save Siren out of gluttony? Still, out of like, you know, they like her as a friend, right? And a sister, basically. So it seemed maybe Siren was just spying on them and then didn't actually interact with them. So maybe it could all be a misunderstanding, and we just don't really know for sure.
Watch them show Gretel just cutting the throat of some poor human survivor. Just like.
I don't think there would be evil like that. I think just they don't want to help humanity anymore because they got burned by the Ark a little bit, right?
They got burned by the Ark a bit, but they didn't really have a reason because Oswald did come in And while he faked trying to take like yeah.
Because like they got
Try to,
erased from
bring
the historical record, basically, outside of Enichiro.
Yeah, everybody did because that was a big thing. That was another big thing because Oswald said that the only official Nikkes that Aid built was Cinderella, Siren, and Red Shoes. He saw Hansel and Gretel and was just like, oh.
Yeah, but even
That's
then,
illegal.
like everyone else of Old Tales got erased from historical records besides just the heretic Enichiro.
Not just them, but also the Goddess Squad. They probably wanted to keep Enichiro around to go, hey, that is dangerous.
Enichiro couldn't be hidden because Enichiro caused the death of like millions of humans and the defeat of humanity at the hands of the Raptures, 100%. So like they can erase that from history, basically.
Yeah, you can't really erase that until everybody else is dead. And with how Evergreen exists and how long characters have lived, Nora, again, it's kind of hard with that. That's why it was probably. But humanity never met Old Tales. A good chunk of them sure knew about the Goddess Squad, but something happened to keep that hush hush, which still probably.
No, but what they told the official story about the Goddess Squad was that they stayed on the surface to continue fighting the Raptures so that the Ark could stay safe. That's the official story of why they never came back.
Story. But
and so they could never tell people that Lilywis had died, because if people knew she died, they would have lost hope in everything, because that was the goddess of victory.
Yeah. But I swear, there's like no information regarding the Goddess Squad that
there's only a little bit
available. There's a little bit, but not like.
It's just that they were a fighting force. They helped seal the Ark. They helped protect humanity, and then they stay on the surface, and that's it. And there's the Wings of Victory at in the Outpost and like other places like in the Ark that have similar statues or whatever, commemorating them a little bit. But no one really knows the true story about them. They're just a myth at this point.
Yeah, they don't know that VTC and the central government are bastards. I don't think they even know anything about VTC since
Anderson wiped them out.
Anderson just came in and went.
He John
Wicked them.
Yeah.
With Castlevania playing.
Mm-hmm. So someone asked about Sky and Celio. Who was that? Sky and Celio. Who's that in the chat?
No. Talking about when we get those two characters.
Yeah, who brought that up, though? Who was that? I didn't see.
Looks like it was. Oh, wow. That was reply.
Was it Wispy?
Oh, no. It was Marion Enjoyer asked when do we get and the answer is I want my daughter now.
We're gonna get them probably after the 3.5 inning, since there's no other event before 3.5. I think. Is there? I think there isn't.
Not that we know of. We just know that 3.5 is coming up.
C-Leo, C-E-O, C-L-O?
We'll get them after Drilly and Fragile.
C-Elo.
Liverin just dies.
Is that not how you pronounce it? C-Elo? Like Elo as in like your rank in chess? And then C as in C-I? C-Elo? C-Leo? What do you think, Max? Is that the wrong way to say it?
There's that way. You could also probably call her Silo.
Yeah, I said it the exact way, Wispy. I said C-Leo. See? He wrote it out the way I said it. C-Leo. C-L-O. C-L-O?
C-L-O. You went Celio. Like,
I'm saying C
almost
as
like
in
if
C.
she's Italian.
Isn't she supposed to be? I thought that's what her name was. I thought it was based on Italian.
Oh, yeah. I was like, gabagoo. Gabagoo.
Gabagoo. It is
Yeah,
Italian.
that in Italian, it's like the instrument. Yeah, the silo. Silo?
Yeah, whatever. We'll get them at some point. But Hansel and Gretel at their own compound. Shello. Oh,
Sky in Spanish.
I will pronounce them however I want until they're voiced in a voice line in Nikke. That's how I will do
Remember
it.
when Privity was called Liberty?
Remember when Privity was called Privity?
Oh, that too. Remember when Privity was called my wife? Wait, what?
So Hansel and Gretel at their own compound. What would they be doing there? What do you think they're doing at their own compound, living alone together as sisters? Did they make a candy house? Maybe.
The candy house, the witch's
Candy
cauldron.
house. A lab. Well, the one thing, remember, that Abe mentioned was that the cauldron can make anything. She learns that it can make any kind of matter, right?
So they can make light matter instead of dark. Yeah. Wait, but yeah.
No, I mean, like they could
Oh,
build, they
God.
could like make any kind of resources they need. As long as they have electricity or whatever to power it, they can make any kind of like they can make like iron for building structures or whatever. They could have like a
You know
whole
what?
big compound where they live with like lost mass-produced Nikkes that they made friends with. They could have their own Eden basically somewhere.
That would actually make sense for them feeling betrayed and not wanting to fight for humanity, is because probably around the time people were still on the surface, they could have been taken advantage of, and there just came a point where they got fed up with it and found a way to just like
Or maybe it's not
deal
that
with
they
humans.
got betrayed by humans. It's more like they saw humans mistreating mass-produced Nikkes as they went on the path to the Ark, and they took the mass-produced Nikkes who were mistreated into their own Eden
That
or
too.
something.
That would be so. They basically created their own mother. Outer Heaven makes another return. Metal Gear, why do you not leave me alone?
Oh.
But no, I can see that too. It's their own Eden. It's their own paradise.
Oh, they could change. Yeah, what if they're like the first student that's every element? Hansel and Gretel.
God. Look,
That would be something.
Rappy already destroys everything just being a dual element. Do I need one with all of them? I mean, yes, I'll still like. Oh no, you know what? Hansel will have 3. Gretel will have 3.
True. They could have the 3 elements of each other, and then some people
And they work-
said they want them to be one unit combined, but I don't think they do that. They can't double dip in the money if they do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, they probably still make. They would still make some good money, but it's like, oh. Remember when we got Libby and Nayuta back in the third Annie? Two of the strong wind. Right now, 2 of the other strong wind pilgrims. Oh, I
Purple's
actually
yelling at me.
detest Libby.
Purple, why'd you yell?
He's yelling at because he's yelling at Cinderella. He wants Cinderella's attention.
No, he posted Garchomp and then he yelled. He's yelling at me.
No, he's yelling at Cinderella. That was so rude.
It was so rude.
Oh.
That one should be like 1,000 points, maybe. I'm not sure.
Tree
But
footed.
on where Toast
Sorry,
talking
and then
about.
press the cross.
Well, Gretel does talk. She just puts all her thoughts going into Hansel. Hansel is the speaker, but she has a lot of thoughts, and they're filtered through Hansel. She can't speak herself, though. When she got really mad at
The thing about
Oswald,
Gretel-
she wanted violence.
She wanted violence. She is the I call her Angry Opie for a reason.
Mhm.
She will absolutely murder me, and I'll just have a smile on my face.
A smile.
Yes, I'll have a smile because. But yeah, Gretel will probably just be shouting and cursing. Because just how violent she is, but she just wants to keep quiet because it's just like nobody needs all that.
And in English, they're British, just like Lily.
Yep, just like Lilith, just like Jean. Who else was British?
One of the one of the protester Nikkes from Rappy's Footstep event was Australian sounding. I remember that.
Oh, we got an Aussie.
Let me see. I want to pull that up because it was very surprising hearing the accent in Nikke. And I think I can see it in the archive. It's right when she's going there. Let me pull that up because it's very interesting. Also, the kebabs in the 2x2 event tells us that the Turkish people survived in the ark.
Yep.
That's something.
But also, not just with her being violent, towards Oswald, but when they were using the cauldron, and I think it had to have been after they already got Cinderella back. I forget if they were using it on a Tyrant class, Lord class Rapture.
Rappy.
And Gretel talked that when she agreed with Hansel, right when they're about to use their weapon.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Let's get the Australian
Alright,
voice here.
have you be the commander of our little shindig, Crikey.
We need Rappy feet. Whoa.
Oh, Rappy feet, and you're not sharing with Ripple? Wow.
I mean, it's on. Oh, I didn't have it on the screen. Oops. Oh wait, there it is. There's the thing, right?
Nikkes are not machines.
Is this Australian or is this? She sounds like a character from Xenoblade. This one.
We are sentient beings.
That sounds more British.
Living things.
That definitely sounds a bit more British.
Never forget what happened during the goddess fall. We sacrificed ourselves for humanity. And yet humanity continues to persecute us.
This is deep during the voice actor strike, so they were using people outside the US to do voice acting. We need more Xenoblade Chronicles 2 voice acting. I like voices more. Give me accents.
I recall.
Imagine if Rappy died getting hit by a truck instead of getting blasted. True.
Ignis, why are we bringing Truck Senpai into this? Even though Truck Senpai was after.
We need a tanned, blonde Australian Nikke who is a tomboy.
Because it would be funny.
Now that would be epic.
Ah, Baka Rappy.
Well, the thing we know is the USA was like the last place to exist in the entire world before the final end of humanity on the surface. Every other country got overran.
Red Hood, but Australian. Yeah.
Ooh, here's something that might be revealed. Maybe we get like some info on how the VTC got the ancient tech or something, or like how deep was made.
Deep.
Because like the ancient technology that they somehow had that was more advanced than everyone else, where'd they get it from? Aliens? Was it like, did humanity have like a period of time where they were way more advanced and were in the stars, something like that, and then they collapsed and the people on the planet we're currently on regressed and then developed again and then found the old technology of old humans? How'd they do it? How did they get this technology that's ancient but more advanced? We don't know.
We don't know, but it could be aliens. It could be from the like. It could be. There was no space exploration until Anise went into space for a little bit, even if it was just for the live stream.
Well, they had the space elevator, which means they were doing like missions with like launching spaceships or whatever. Because why you would build a space elevator is to make it so that you have an easy way to launch ships that doesn't cost a lot of fuel, and you can just do way more stuff like that. So they could have. What if there's like a human base on Mars or other, like on the moon, and the Raptors haven't touched it, and the humans on there like.
I swear, if it's on Mars, we got demons.
Demons.
Yes. And then you're gonna tell me the VTC is actually the UAC from Doom. God.
There could be like a colony ship that was sent out before the Rapture stuff happened, and it could still be out there. They're in stasis going to another planet, and humans on Earth are still just fighting the Raptures. So humanity might be surviving somewhere in space at this point instead of, being locked on the Earth. So who knows what they were doing on the space elevator.
Yeah. Oh, thinking about the space elevator and just think, oh wait, no, Ace Combat 7 came out like 3 years before Nikke, so that's probably where Nikke got the space elevator idea.
Yeah, the space elevator was built after the VTC, but the VTC is just like a part of the Vatican, right? And the Vatican had the technology for like at least 200 years, because we know the princess was 200 years old, right? So the technology that they had was for at least 200 years or whatever, right? So there could be there could have been a lot of things that happened on that with the space elevator before the Raptures invaded it, right? Or before the Raptures were created or invaded. So they could have sent out like space missions somewhere. We don't know. We just don't know.
Yep.
Ripple says Ignis caused the Raptures. That's something. That's crazy. Ignis did that? The Mushroom Man? The Mushroom Man.
That Mushroom Man. It's just one Mushroom Man blaming another Mushroom Man.
You lost your top spot in Tribe Tower?
Oh no! What a shame! Nobody has passed me in Tribe Tower yet. Not in Elysian and not in regular Tribe Tower. So basically, you're seeing 3 of the same. No, I think there's 2 people. One's already passed me in Bacillus and Pilgrim, and there's another on Tetra. But I'm already just past in the Elysian. It's just like I'd have to stop gaming for a while.
Let's see. I guess the Third Reclamation War would also, with Dorothy trying to take control of a bunch of Nikkes, right? Because that's something that's one part of her plan, right? Was that she would come in, show how good she is, and that might make like Nikke's turn and fight with her instead or something.
Yeah, you have that, but also
then
since you have
Dobin would then be trying to blackmail Dorothy with Pine, then maybe Dobin gets control of those mass-produced Nikkes instead of Dorothy, or he just makes it so that Dorothy fights for him instead. Yeah,
that could be. Especially if like Dorothy does some little trickery with the Eden tech that she leaked to them. Well, she didn't she gave them, really.
Ripple would freak out if Dobin was in control of Dorothy.
You know what? Let it happen. I want to see this crash out. It'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Turn them into pizza toppings, says Wispy. Whoa, that's crazy. Your enemies into pizza toppings?
No, which pizza toppings? Pineapple. Oh, okay.
What'd you miss?
You would never... Anakin, shush!
We were talking about, what were we talking about? We were talking about the mass-produced Nikkes with Hansel and Gretel and Third Reclamation War stuff, and yeah, not too much.
Not too much. Guacamole.
That's
all right.
Small one. I'm just rearranging the flowchart thing real quickly because they don't have to be this big, these ones. Oswald.
Zenard, you're getting a spanking from that. Just so, I hope you know that.
Sixo hacks Eternity or Endless? Could Sixo do it though? Because their AI is like on the same level as Sixo herself, because Sixo is basically the same kind of thing as Eternity Endless. Like she's a daughter of Enoch, basically, because she's based on our code, and so are Eternity Endless. So I don't know if she could really hack into them. But what if... What I want to see with that whole thing is Sixo does something really big, and then we have to unleash Einik. Einik has to be unleashed into the arc, because Einik is the failsafe against Enoch.
Oh boy.
Which I wonder what that means. Is Einik just like gonna get like really angry and like destroy Enoch or something? Why? How does she counter her? Is what I want to know. Is she just like a virus to Enoch, and then just she touches Enoch and she dies? How does that work? I wonder.
She's gonna defrag her.
Could happen.
She's gonna defrag her, and it's gonna be one of the most painful things Enoch will have ever experienced.
Or maybe she just touches Sixo and Sixo vanishes because she's basically kind of a clone of Enoch.
I mean, that would be funny, but also kind of anticlimactic.
Well, this shows why Enoch is so scared of Einik, right? Maybe. Perhaps.
Maybe.
Zenard, what are you talking about? If Enoch disappears, who manages the arc? Einik. Einik can manage the arc. Maybe. Potentially.
Probably temporarily. Because Enoch has been around, pretty much been around the arc since its inception, I think. Or close enough. It's possible she could spawn off another Sixo. Or she'll just be like, no, die.
Because Einik, she wants to be free, but they won't let her out of the simulation room. But she can make infinite simulations now, where she can just make a whole world for us to live in. We need an Einik side story where the commander and Einik have a date in a simulation.
Oh, why am I having Fallout 3 flashbacks?
It's not Trinity or whatever it's called. Trinity City? Trinity
Lane. Trinity Lane. Oh. Oh. That was crazy. But yeah, that could be possible. I mean, we already had Ice Dragon Saga do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you had Einik Unleashed just because, like, Sixo finally, or Sixo finds a way of,
what if Sixo accesses the Alex cages to get power? Because those can't be powered down due to the fact that they're so critical in keeping whatever they have locked up.
That could happen and also comprise Enoch.
Mm-hmm.
And when she goes, pretty much all hell breaks loose. Like when she goes full, all hell breaks loose. It actually gets very close to her, probably making even her getting either becoming Sixo or making another Sixo, probably.
You know who never got evil thoughts about humans? Einik, even though she makes simulations of humans. That's quite something. Think about that for a moment. But Enoch, it gets negative emotions about humans.
Yeah, especially after the Outer Rim stuff, people just she's probably listening to a bunch of crap too regarding the arc. Which is better? Privity.
I was asking about lines. Let's see.
I'm still saying Privity. Oh.
The second one.
Yeah. I'd have to do math calculations on like what the damage.
Einik can't be controlled. Yeah, but Einik is a sweetie, so would she really do anything bad?
She could. But it would just be absolutely hilarious.
She's a gamer. We can trust the gamer. And she's
They're not
green too.
trying to-
And she's green
She
as
is
well.
green.
And green is good for you.
Green is life. Red is death.
She would be dancing. She would be dancing. Wispy.
No, we can't. She's prone to crash out.
She's
Sorry
no.
to say, Ripple, but Rappy and Red Hood, they're death.
She doesn't actually crash out, Zenard. She just gets a little annoyed when she's losing.
It's not my fault. I'm better.
But she accepts it and gets us 3 rewards at the end, so she's not a sore loser.
Yeah. I'm like a certain gym leader in Johto
Why are you bringing up Whitney? What's that about?
because she's a sore loser.
Oh,
Just
he-
pulls.
he got heavy
Oh,
arms.
you just pulled out heavy arms? Oh, good for you. I've already had her.
Ripple, why'd you steal Miriam Enjoyer's Snow White?
That's not. Oh, Marion Enjoyer needs OG Snow White.
Yeah, but
Unless he doesn't have.
he yoinked it from him. That could have
Oh,
been the
look,
luck.
we've known you're evil. You call me evil.
I know, but he took.
And now look
I'm
at
saying
you.
he took the luck of your Snow White. That's what I'm saying. He did right now. Miriam Enjoyer,
He
do
took the luck and
a
multiplied it.
do a 10 pull right now on regular banner, and you'll get her. That's my prediction right now.
Actually, I should start up my copy. My copy. My account up. I think I did MLB Snow White.
If I'm wrong, I don't know.
You get Ripple.
Oh, if I'm wrong,
You're about to
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't
You
know
know
what kind of penalty can even be applied to that.
You get Ripple's Ripple's Moran dupe. Because it'd be funny.
I'm getting dunked in butter. Don't do that. That's evil.
Don't do that. Evil.
Oh, I need to get my core dust as well. I need credits. Credits are actually the hardest to get when you're higher up in levels. Did you know this? Core dust isn't the issue. It's credits when you get high up.
Oh yeah, credits just absolutely kill you.
Yep.
Because you need them for your level ups in the synchro, and you need them for your
Armor.
gear.
Yeah.
Armor, gear. Same difference. But yeah, I've noticed I've probably have no money when I like do even one gear upgrade, but then most of the time that's going from level 4 to level 5.
Show me what you got.
Oh, when do I get my next perfect mold in Tribe Tower for these guys? Are you a perfect mold? You're a perfect mold. You're not a perfect mold. Are you a perfect mold?
Yes, my Snow White heavy arms is MLB. Actually, you want to feel Marion Enjoyer. I'm also sorry, but I may have taken your Snow White, your OG Snow White, a lot of times. But I think I did that I stole them from Noodles
Hey,
instead.
you had Unwa and you got Unwa number 2. You got Tattoo Up Unwa and Bunny Alice. Hey, I mean, you still got 2 SSRs, which means I was almost there, right? It was just a miscalculation. It was a misinput in the calculator that I used.
Misinput. and gets best Alice.
Yeah.
Actually,
No.
no, regular Alice is still best.
A
But I love
re-entry.
Bunny Alice.
A re-entry B2 can't be the best. I don't know why they did that. Re-entries are the worst thing ever.
But Bunny Alice. Oh, anyway, where is my regular snow?
Zenard, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, okay.
God.
Zenard, you're
My
gonna get
luck for-
you're gonna get made masked right now when you roll your 10 pull on the regular banner. That's what's gonna happen to you.
I would have said add me.
No, it'll be made masked. Yeah, he already has Admin Max.
Oh, damn. Oh well, it would have been 6,000 points so you could spend in Dollars store.
Okay, let's think about one thing now here. So, if actually the 3.5 Annie is Anise and Neon, how can that happen? Unless it's gonna be the anniversary event is focused on 6.0. And I really don't think they want to do that, right? The 6.0 stuff has to be in the campaign. They wouldn't want to waste
They
the Annie on her.
No. The only reason I could see 6.0 being in the Annie and being a big problem is for 6.0 to try and sabotage Anisa's concert.
Or it would have to be that you have to play. No, but they don't do that though. They wouldn't want the new players who are going to come in for the anniversary to have to play up to chapter 45 to understand the anniversary event. So I don't think it really can be Anise and Neon for it, because the 6.0 stuff needs to be finished before they can be released. So I think it has to be Hans on Gretel or the 3.5 NA. I think it has to be. Does the logic make sense? Doesn't?
Another pilgrim. Kind of tired of them. I mean that.
That's just how it is. You're gonna have an overspec, which is basically a pilgrim, if it's not pilgrims themselves directly. Don't worry, they're gonna run out of pilgrims soon. It's just the pilgrims are gonna be done after Holland's on Griddle. Then it's gonna be overspecs and heretics, because there are no other pilgrims after Holland's on Griddle, right?
Not until Endless and Eternity.
Yeah, but they're not really pilgrims. They're like they're a
not really
different category.
pilgrims, but they're not technically made by any of the big three.
There'll be
So
new.
they would
There'll be a new manufacturer that will be under the pilgrim mold stuff, like how Overspec was. There'll be a brand new manufacturer.
No, just call them pilgrims. They're gonna be pilgrims, especially with how powerful they are and dangerous.
What they should do, right? Because if you go to Nihilister and Modernia in here, where are you, Miriam? Where are you? Yeah, they have the pilgrim logo next to them, even though they should have like a heretic logo instead of a pilgrim logo. That they should update that. They should really update that, because they are part of the heretic squad. The same thing for Libby and stuff too. They should have a heretic logo rather than the pilgrim logo. That's what I don't get.
I would just be like, pilgrims. They're afraid of making real money.
A 3.5 is going to be a 5-hour behemoth makeout session. Wow.
You know, I have to agree with Ripple there. That's why we had why cause recoil.
Or it could be the 3.5, and it could be all about the War Beast and them raising only one. And that could also be the curveball.
That'd be a curveball right to my face. That's for sure.
And then we
Shit.
get Behemoth and Levi.
Oh god. So when are we gonna get Ziz and Bahamut? I mean, I really want Ziz. Bahamut, I'm just gonna have, even though it's, oh god, just remembering how stupid she was. But I love her.
You think they'll give us
Or
any
me.
like kind of like scene about them raising only one at all? When does the side
They
story come
should.
out? Shouldn't the side story be coming out in like a week or something? It should be, right? I think it should come out like soon after, like April Fools. It comes out like a little bit after.
I think so.
Let's see.
The
Ace is
coolest
here.
Final Fantasy summon is a big dumb idiot who reads upside down, but she's hot.
Ace in the YouTube chat is saying dark matter is a huge space inside. Yeah, dark matter has like it's like a bag of holding, basically, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, the bag of holding. It's its own dimension.
yeah, it's like a pocket,
Pretty
little
much.
pocket dimension, kind of. But then it's because like the nano machines are like doing something weird to people or something like that.
I swear, there's magic in this universe.
There's magic. Well, it's not magic.
There's
it's just
magic?
that it's a science so advanced it looks like magic. That's what it is.
You know what? No, you know what it is? It's actually that satanic black. It's Ripple's satanic black magic. That's all it is.
Why
That's
is-
all it is.
Why is it Ripple's magic?
Because it was shown to me in a dream,
Well,
and he said he was evil, so I have to blame him.
Ignis says 3.5 will be hot segs in Eden with the four beasts. Instead of the evil way, only one was made. They'll make babies the traditional way. I don't think that works. Ignis.
Because he is an evil satanic mushroom man.
Yeah, Nihilister and Indivilia maybe could return, but they need to break out of the queen's body somehow from the dark matter in her. I don't know how they're gonna break out of the queen's dark matter, because the dark matter is the queen's blood, right? That's what
is
the
the
whole thing
queen's
is.
blood. Yep.
So they are in the queen's blood. They're literally in the queen's bloodstream. Like
It's literally Dragon Ball Z all over again.
it's like they're inside of her, like how Vegeta and Goku were inside Boo.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just that, but also Cell.
Well, in Cell though, I don't know what's Cell doing. Cell spit them out like they were full bodied and not.
Yeah, Cell.
Yeah.
But that required
What
a
Lilith's gonna
really
Lilith's gonna
hard hit in the chest.
Lilith's gonna
Or
get
in the
punched
stomach.
by Neon and spit out Nihilister and Indivilia.
Actually, since that gives me a really good. Neon uses her new power, her new body, with a fist covered in the commander's blood and punches the queen.
No, what they said, what Jean said was that she doesn't know the effects of Vaphouse on Neon,
Yeah.
because Vaphouse is the one that still probably hurt Neon.
Damn it. And then again, we did use Valpaus on her already, and yeah, we fucked up. We fucked up hard. Never mind.
Well, it's because our Vaphouse, though, the commander's Vaphouse, our Vaphouse, has the Queen Gene activated in it, which makes Heretic stronger. Before the Queen Gene was activated in the commander, it would hurt Nikke's, or it would hurt Nikke's plus also Heretics, right?
Yeah.
But now it just makes them stronger because the Queen Gene overrides whatever damage the Vaphouse would have done. Which is why Miriam needs to drink her blood to become the strongest queen, because she's the
so
only.
we're gonna make
she's the
Marion
only.
a vampire. Oh god.
She's the only queen right now who hasn't tasted the Vaphouse of the commander. Only one
yeah.
got it through the extraction method from Bahamut, and then the queen
Used
got
the
it.
needle.
The queen got it through Nihilister with the bullet that was made from our blood. Miriam needs the commander's blood to become stronger. And when she gets that, she's going to be probably stronger than only one, because she was already going toe-to-toe with the regular queen until she got bodied by
I knew that was gonna be brought
bad
up.
circumstances.
God damn it.
what got brought up. No, the
Oh,
white,
Marion
the white.
Enjoyer said
the white
the white
vampires.
one. I was gonna be like, should I make a joke? Nope, he did. Oh no. Oh.
Miriam
no.
gets the commander's blood.
Thought it would be extremely painful. No. Ignis, no! For you. But yes, Marion gets the commander's blood.
Yes,
Actually,
these.
wait. But we've had SAGs with some Nikkes, and they didn't have any adverse effects to that, so...
Yeah, but they weren't heretics. This is completely different things, right? Wait, the goofy music's playing now, yep.
But I'm
Perfect
more
timing.
thinking like Eula. Eula did it before we even had the Queen Jean activated.
The only Nikkes who've been slept with the commander since the Queen G's been activated are now Privity and Arcana. I think.
Wait, when did you say that 2x2 started? I thought you said it was
It's after
Reclamation.
after the reclamation site is founded. So that means Miriam is already activated the Queen Jean in her. So that means it's activated in the commander because we're tied together, right?
Yeah, but this is before we go back and try to talk to the four beasts. But
Yeah.
this is right after.
And
we already
Behemoth
got Rappy Red Hood.
Yeah, Behemoth is already evolved and stuff. So that means the Queen Jean is fully active. So yeah.
Okay, I thought this was like when we went back, with Rappy, with pretty much the counters, but Rappy has already became Rappy Red Hood at the time.
Yeah, she's already Rappy Red Hood right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that when you mentioned that, last night on stream.
Mm-hmm.
But this is after the second E2 crystals and Sixo's. Would this be after Sixo's quote unquote defeat?
No, this is like before. This is like chapter like 37, before chapter 36, I guess.
Okay.
So let's go to the recollection thing to get the exact chapter, because it's going to be like probably after the after Rappy told us her backstory and stuff like that, like after that period of time.
Yeah. So basically, we just got Rappy's sad backstory, and then I'm like, okay, bye. I'm going to school and making out with Privity. Cheers.
Kinda.
I feel terrible because I love Rappy, but at the same time, I love Privity more. But damn it.
Yeah, it seems like after chapter 34, before chapter 35.
Yeah, because so Bihi's not even no Bihi
She's not revived yet.
quote unquote. She's not revived yet. That's what I was thinking. So, oh god, that makes the one post you did worse. Yandere and it's your returns. Let's go.
Cinderella's gonna get mad.
Oh, Cinderella's gonna be mad. Siren will be a little mad. Oh.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about it, though. It's all going to be revealed to be a dream anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be a dream. There's no way they can make any of those roots canon, because it causes way too much like grief with a lot of other Nikkes, I think.
What I'm saying is I'm clapping the shit out of Privity. Meanwhile, somewhere, Rappy's just seething and pissed off.
Well, Miraku, I saw your message and it got deleted. Oh, you reacted it? Okay. Are you going to retype it? He must have made a spelling mistake, I guess. Yanichiro is very dangerous, yeah. She could blow up everything. Ripple is saying he's locked in and stopped hammering around after he became a father. No. He just hadn't had time to do anything because it's been non-stop happenings, right?
Yeah. And also,
once things
only one isn't a thing.
Yeah,
that's why when sorry.
Once things die down, he'll go back to doing things with other Nikkes once he has the downtime.
But yeah, like when Cog did the post, what was it? Oh, it was the post when we gave Privity the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just needed to be up on the surface for a couple more missions. Surely nothing bad will happen. Surely. And there's only one.
Well, really though,
that's why
Rappy can't claim as only one as a victory because it was a lifeless corpse of Rappy that got converted into a girl due to the Queen's genes mixing with the Commander's genes in the dark matter furnace, along with other stuff that they threw in there. Because they threw a lot of high quality materials into there, so it could be like a bunch of other people in that dark matter soup.
There could be a lot, but still. Oh
yeah, Mirror Joy. Yeah, the completion only goes up to 98.2 because the hard mode ending is going to come out, and that's going to be the true canon ending, I think, of 2x2. What were you going to say, Max?
With only one, it was also consensual from the commander.
And there was no actual love. There was
no love. There was a needle.
There was the needle.
And I was kind of dead.
Yeah, the commander was basically dead and revived.
Schizo posting. I'm like, well, Ripple, you're very...
Ripple doesn't talk like Rampy at all. Rampy never talked like that, and we can see her when she was a kid, and she didn't talk like that. So she didn't talk like Rampy. Rampy didn't hug when she was a kid because Rampy didn't get any hugs when she was a kid because she was an orphan in the hospital. So
she was unloved. The only time she actually got a hug was after she became a Nikke and spent time. I think it was after chapter 26 when we had the.
She hugged her mass-produced Nikke friends, probably.
Yes, she did, probably. But she was also distant and cold because. What life did she have before being a Nikke? Her life before being a Nikke was shit.
She was sick. They found the cure to her condition, and then after she was cured, and they
fucking murdered her.
They sent her out in the world.
Heartbreaking.
They didn't even give her clothes.
They didn't give her clothes. They just gave her money and said, "Go out, leave us." There was nobody there.
Into the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If Rabbit went to a burger place, she would have been safe.
Yeah. Oh damn! I'm trapped in ad hell. Oh no.
He's in ad hell.
But yeah.
Rabbit did grow up into adolescence. She was like 18 or whatever when she got kicked out, I think.
Yeah, she was 18 when she basically was legal, but then she got shot.
Yeah.
But she's just like the commander. I don't even know if the commander even had like
the commander was sick.
A real childhood. The commander was sick, but then again,
and he met Suin, and he was her friend, and then because he was sick,
he was similar to Rappy in a way.
He probably lost his memories from whatever they did to him in the vat or whatever, right? To make him better and stronger or whatever, the gene editing or whatever they did to him.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Yeah, it's very strange they didn't give her any kind of schooling in the hospital. I swear, like the kids in the hospital who with terminal illnesses, they still get some education at the hospital. So it's pretty strange they didn't have that in the arc.
Oh hell, they should have done that, especially when they had this so-called experimental cure, and apparently it kept her alive long enough, so they could have probably used some funds. But then again, there was probably some dumb bullshit that happens. That does happen regarding this. And
gold. Elysian, give me Solene right now. That's not Solene.
Did I say Arcane? Oh no. Oh, that's D.
Same with the raw. It's the wrong D.
That's Dolene.
Dolene.
Oh, no. It's actually DSO. Desolene. Oh wait, nobody's gonna get that joke unless they played Resi. Fuck.
Damn.
Anyway, the DSO is
They don't want to give me her. They don't want to give me her.
They don't want to get. Damn.
Build you everything you
This wish list sucks.
Time as you like.
Well, that was the friendship
You're
pool.
a man of taste.
Oh, that was a friendship pool. So you're not gonna get Dieseline.
Diesel.
Imagine if he got Diesel. No.
Okay.
But yeah, no one's gonna probably get that. And that makes me kind of sad. But especially since we did have the Resident Evil event, but nobody in that event really worked for the DSO. Although one of them was present in one of the with one of the later agents, Claire Redfield with Sherry Birkin. Uh-oh.
Commander returns to the surface. Haran revived by 4 beasts dark matter. Hmm. Wait. Remove this. Put this here. Go back. Here we go. This can line up like this. There we go. Do this to here. The commander returns to surface. Miriam gets the commander's blood. Only one gives second core to Miriam. Then Haran gets revived by the 4 beasts dark matter after they find the ashes at Eden. There we go. Miraku saying in chapter 13. Yeah, Miriam. Oh yeah, but you see, Miraku, the time when Miriam touched the commander's blood, that map house didn't have the queen gene active, right? Because the commander wasn't tied to a queen yet. He only got tied to a queen when Miriam activated after the last kingdom, right? And became her queen mode.
Yes.
So she never actually got the full power map house with the queen gene in it because it wasn't there yet.
And that was
She's
probably
missing
around
it.
the time where we got her. Oh, sorry. But that was like around the time we started noticing that our healing
Was getting better.
Better. And it probably also affected Anderson as well.
Well, Anderson is tied to the original queen, I think.
Hmm.
Which I think the reason his healing got weaker was because she was in space or something. Because when she got down to the surface again, isn't he getting like a bit better now because she's on the surface again?
Yes.
So
Yes.
because she's back on the surface, not in space, he's now getting stronger.
So probably. But I wonder if that's more. I don't even know if I don't think he even noticed if he had like healing until.
He knew he had healing because when he woke up from that coma, completely fine and stronger.
Yes.
And then he went to the VTC and was like, okay, guys, you're done. You're done.
Even though he did take that fish right into his gut and actually it went in and he survived, and he should have at least been on that that life support that we see him in the Ark Invasion.
Yeah. True. Something.
So the only way I think I can only see that it only activated because it came down and the Nikke he was close with, Lilith, probably activated that gene when we got Queen Lilith.
Yeah.
No more meetings, but now extra fucking pissed.
He did say how angry he was when we gave the report to him. He said he was really angry, but he can't really do anything about it because
He can't do anything
his
about
hands
it.
are tied. His hands are tied.
Yeah. Because he's probably also dealing with, maybe he's also heard the rumors of the so-called Third Reclamation War, plus dealing with Dobin's bullshit. Because I'm sure he has to deal with that.
Indeed.
Oh. John Nikke's very busy.
He's very busy.
Not like John Frontline. But yeah, I would say I feel like that's when we got Queen Lilith. since that sort of connection happened, it just activated the Queen gene in Anderson.
Why?
Yeah, because I don't think we ever seen him get wounded.
No, well, the Queen gene was already activated.
Until-
Remember when he survived the heretic punch? So that
Yeah, he
showed us
survived
that
the
the Queen
heretic
gene
punch,
was
yeah.
already active at that time. So
Pro-
I think
but
maybe
the
there's like
Queen
some
was
like
still,
a proximity issue or something like that with the Queen gene healing factor or something like that. Like maybe it could be like a signal between the two. And because she was floating in space, something weird
and
happened.
floating in space, but also she was basically separated by Siren's bubbles.
Yeah, and the bubbles happened. Yeah, because he had because that makes sense there, because then that's why he was able, even though Cinderella had probably already finished slicing the Queen off of the space elevator, right? And made her floating in space during the period of time where he woke up from the coma and typed the VTC, right? Because Siren hadn't finished her bubble shield yet. And when the bubble shield was fully put up there, that blocked whatever kind of connection they have with the Queen gene and stuff. And
so
that's
it
what made
put
him
it
weak.
back to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, that probably put it back to sleep. So he was back on the
Life support, yeah.
life support.
But now because that's all gone, the Queen gene's fully active in him, and now he's going to become very strong again.
Very strong. He has become John Wick once more.
Exactly. That probably is it.
Man. I mean, anyway, we all knew that he was the legendary commander. They didn't do a great job hiding it, but still, it hurt. It hurt when Lilith finally addressed him as Anderson instead of Commander.
Well, you know they were sleeping together a lot longer than that.
Oh yeah, they were lovers.
Yeah,
and it still hurt.
Mhm.
Hell, it hurts when I had to do like the normal route and the bad endings for Privity's.
Yeah, it was barely hit. They have the same voice actor and everything. They just waited a while to confirm it.
Yeah. Sunglasses. Same voice actors, at least from the Japanese side. They should
English too. Same voice actor.
Did they even announce who the English voice actor was for them yet?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure we know who it is, but I don't know. I never looked it up. I really look up the VAs.
Oh damn! I feel like a total nerd when I go into this stuff. But then again, it's honestly if you know who's the VA of a character you like, it's nice to go to a con and get their autograph. But I'm sure some people are gonna talk some mad shit about that.
Yeah, people were doing a lot of gymnastics mirror where it was like, oh, this actually Anderson is a clone of the legendary commander, and we're also a clone, and that's why actually he's not the legendary commander, he's just a different clone. And because he's on life support, is because he was the failed clone, and the commander was the true clone. But no, there's no clone. There is no clone.
Dad.
He could be dad. He could still be our dad still. That could still be possible.
Yeah, because I swear the legendary commander who was whoever they had voice him in the in Red Ash was different than who they had afterwards.
I don't think so.
Old Tales.
I think it's always been the same VA for both Anderson and Legendary Commander, even in English and Japanese. He denied it though, but he doesn't know for sure. You don't know what kind of weird MMR stuff they were doing. Maybe because MMR is an extension of the VTC or worked with the VTC. Who knows what the VTC did to him when he was in the coma? They could have extracted some stuff from him. Who knows? And then made a test tube baby with us, being the test tube baby.
Dad. No. But yeah, we were definitely a test tube baby. We definitely probably did have something to do regarding the legendary commander. But because we're number 7, lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7.
There were 6 others, yeah.
6,
Well,
7.
it could have been 8 like Ripley.
There was number 6, then was number 7. We got 6 and 7. Remember people trying to say that Chatterbox is one of those experiments, and that's pretty funny. To people
Oh,
saying
that was
that
reaching.
that was like really reaching.
That was reaching. And if Shift Up actually confirmed that, everybody would just go like, "What?" Oh no. Because when we first met Chatterbox, I mean, he was the first Rapture to be like intelligent, like able to communicate, speaking, just be able to speak.
Yep.
And he was an asshole.
He was. No, I think my theory about it is that because they tried to actually make male Nikkes at one point, right? Like there's that one Tom guy that they tried to convert into a Nikke. I think whatever they did to him, the disposal method or whatever, I think the Raptors found him and the Queen saved him, because he always mentions how the Queen saved him, right?
Yes.
I think the Queen saved whoever that guy was and converted him into Chatterbox.
Damn. Queen has one sick sense of humor.
That's my theory. That's what I believe in. Ripple
Theory,
says
Chatterbox.
I'm Chatterbox, but I'm a crab. I'm not a.
He is a
I'm
crab.
I'm not a big gorilla robot.
I could be. I mean, I probably curse as much as he does and get pissed off when I lose. No. Lying. No, actually, I think Ripple is the real Chatterbox. Yeah, talkative.
Talkative.
Very threatening, talkative. Yeah, because he won't shut up. Mushroom crabber box.
He's just saying things now. He's just saying things in the chat that make
Is
no
he
sense.
still drunk from last night?
I don't know. Who knows?
I know Noodles has had a hangover, but then again, I wasn't on VR chat because as soon as like 11 o'clock rolled around, I was asleep.
Exposed. Well, let's see.
I didn't want to be tired for this. Exposed. You are not Stone Cold Steve Austin. Shut up.
Among Us. In this very chat. Chatterbox is in the chat. Wow.
Wow. They'll just be like, "Hello, human and human imposters." Ah.
Ooh, what if this? Okay. Oh yes, there we go. Like, this is how this can connect. Okay, let me move these boxes around. Oh, I got some connections in my head.
Oh,
now.
let me see this. Because I'm just here like thinking things, and then here's Cog just working on this flow chart. He really got the okay.
Yeah, if that also returns, then we get the Freezer reveal. That makes sense.
Yep.
Concert, delete you. A niece concert happens, and then Eternity and Endless watch it, and they gain full sentience. They gain their souls.
They gain their souls, and then they beat up Enoch for voice modulators or voice modules.
And then you have the commander returning to the surface. Go over there. Then Miriam gets the commander's blood. Only one in the 4 beasts show up, because that's not enough to awaken Miriam. And then from that, they're at Eden. They find the ashes and like the whatever remnants of Miriam or of Haran exists.
Haran.
And then they throw it in the furnace and revive Haran. Yes, there we go.
That's gonna be a big clump of dust. But then again, it's not out of the realm of possibilities of BS, because I've watched Alien Resurrection, and I saw how they were able to clone 8 Ripleys. So
I also forgot to download Noah's new body along with Scarlet and Rapunzel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Noah's replacement body. I was also thinking of putting her in Dark Matter too.
Oh no, all she needs is a new body.
She does. Yeah, but her brain is still damaged, but it's still alive. It's just
We don't know if she'll have all her memories back. That's the one thing.
right.
But she's still there. She doesn't need to be
She's still there.
reconstituted into a new being, like how Haran needs to have her whole body reformed into a nanomachine version of her.
Yep. And the nanomachines just somehow also rebuild her brain.
They can do that.
But imagine she Livify Noah. So oh jeez. Yeah. Although I still prefer OG RoboCop. But the new one wasn't
Levi-fied
that
Noah.
bad.
I mean, Noah's gonna be a super soldier when she gets back, I think. Also, remember when
Yeah.
Rappy talked about the fact that like early, like the first gen Nikkes had like a lot of robotic parts to them, and like they had like
Yes.
rocket booster like legs and like gun mounts on their backs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it made them.
Why did we never see this still during the Goddess Squad days? We never saw any of those mass-produced
probably because
Nikkes.
these.
Because they functioned for a time, right? Until they had the mental break. So they were still on the battlefield for a bit of time, and then, but we never saw them. We never got to see
They were
them.
either killed or they were already gone by the time like Goddess Squad.
Really, but Lilith and stuff would have already had been made in order to then have the template to make mass-produced Nikkes.
But then again, Rappy, I don't think Rappy even knew
Yeah,
Pilgrim's existence
Yeah,
until
Miracle.
for a
I
while.
know that it causes mind switches, but they still deployed them and they worked for a bit of the time. It's just until they had the mind switches, it was just the rate of mind switch became really high, so they stopped doing it. But they still tried it for a bit, and they were fighting sometimes. Like how Nikkes used to have green blood as well, but that
See, we
caused
should have seen
mind
that-
switches as well. And then they
I
switched to
think
red
we
blood.
should have also we should have also seen that with Footstep Walk Run, because it would have
Well,
made
no, that would have been
interesting.
that would be too late, right? Because I think they got rid of that after like the first like probably like 2-3 years or whatever of like Nikke construction. So it would have been like they would have tried it for like a couple of years, and then when it was causing huge amounts of like mind switches, they just we had to swap that out, or else we're gonna lose the war.
They had to do it quick because while the first Rapture invasion probably wasn't like a 7-hour war, it took a while for humanity to even be to make it to the Ark. But probably by the time like I could see Lilith being the first prototype of a Nikke.
With
that
the
had
with all the improvements done and like no like mind switch stuff.
No mind switch stuff. She doesn't have rocket booster. She doesn't have gun mounts. She feels closer to human, and she was the prototype to that. And maybe if we want to go back to when Nikke was announced, maybe when the Queen probably could have been one of those another first prototype of.
Nah, she can't
another
be,
first
because
of-
in a Famitsu interview they just said the Queen is not a Nikke, not an AI, not a human. She's something like else.
Yeah, so we could probably still go back to whoever else was on the space station before they decided to before they decided to have the Rapture Queen up there.
Maybe. There was also in like one of the launch trailers for Nikke, they showed like a woman of like pure energy or whatever in the space elevator, and we have no idea who that was. We have no idea who that is at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now they can easily
Yeah.
now with Vesti and Snow White, they can easily strap the rocket arms. But that's because they're SSR Nikkes who have like every SSR Nikke has some sort of mental illness, I think, that makes them stronger. So because they're mentally ready for it, they don't really care and it doesn't affect their mind. But a normal person gets their mind affected by it.
yeah, they get affected hard. That's why you have the high mind switches happening when you don't feel human anymore.
Exactly.
But like, say for Vesti, yeah, who needs a mind switch for her when she's basically ready to shoot up a place if you piss her off? And then Snow White, first she was innocent, then she had her mind switch because of everything that happened, especially during
She became stone
Operation.
cold. She became a stone
became-
cold killer.
Yeah, she did that because it was the only way for her that the nymph could understand for her to survive. And then
Oh my god, it's my
Goddess
favorite
Fall.
song playing right now. It's the best song in the world. Listen to that music. It's Suin's theme. Look at that. Oh, that's something else we need to bring up about what can happen next chapter. Suin has to come back in the next chapters. What's Suin going to be doing in the next chapters? Because she now has her golden goose now with how Matisse helped save the ark from the queen. Only one.
only one. So yeah, Suyin has to come back.
What
Don't
will
make her
she be
shifty.
doing?
And we already know that, like, when we teamed up with Matisse during the 4 Beasts arc, that Suyin's just still going through a lot of shit. But then again,
Yeah, but now
it's
she's
still-
she got what she needed from what Matisse did with helping save the ark, right? So that's
Yes.
going to help stabilize her position in Massilis, and with the stock price and stuff like that, that helps stabilize them because now she has the public opinion helped going back up, right? So she's now more stable. So now she's going to be able to do things again. I wonder what she's going to do. Because
The
now
question
she's
is,
in.
has
Now
she
she's
learned?
more. I think she has learned because she even went to Ingrid, remember, and like begged and pleaded and everything like that. So I think she has
Yeah.
to. She's been humbled. So we're
she's been-
thinking.
yeah, she's been humbled. But
thinking
it's
is not
just like,
changed.
look, be like, look, you screw up again, you're going to be a mass-produced Nikke for the counters. You're literally going to be a red shirt for him. Have fun. I know technically Enoch did admit that
It can't be done anyway because she's too important.
it can't be done. She's too important. Unless someone does take her seat and
Suin
she's absolutely screwed.
is going to be madly in love with the commander soon. That's what's going to happen. Suin's
crap.
revealed. Suin's revealed as a childhood friend. That's happening. That's my prediction. Suin turns revealed as childhood friend. She finally remembers. The memories return after all the pain. She had a mental block, like the pain overridden, and now she remembers.
She remembers, and then she calms down a little bit and actually continues to help and realizes I shouldn't probably be evil and bad.
Yes, Suin Vian for April Fools. That would be epic.
Oh dear.
The childhood
So,
friend
yeah.
always wins, so it would have to be Suin as the lover of the commander, the human wife, the continuer of the commander's bloodline will be Suin.
We'll be Suyin. Oh God, help us.
Oh, you know what? One thing I've been thinking is, you know how Shifty knew about New Hope and Johan, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
What if Shifty is Johan's like daughter, and that's how she knows about that stuff and is invested in it and like felt like nostalgic about it? What if that's the
Wait,
case?
Now, who's her mother that gave her blue hair?
Who knows? There's
Who
a lot of
knows?
blue hair in the arc actually, because you had those 2 kids, the orphans from the
Yeah.
like his recoil. You had the baby that Arcana picked up and showed the commander at the
Yep.
event. So a lot of people in the arc have blue hair. It's just it's a natural hair color in the arc. So
So even in the arc, blue hair's winning. Red hairs can't win. Shit.
Miraku, why don't you want Suen to be the childhood friend? Why not? You're investing in her stocks, but you don't want her to be the childhood friend? Why not? It would be epic. And it makes sense too. He was in an MMR research facility. He was in an MMR hospital. Who's going to be at the thing as well if they have an illness? The daughter of Mr. Bacillus, Suen. And there are probably not a lot of kids up there either, so she probably have a lot of options to choose who she wants to play with. So the commander being there, let her have a friend. And people called her crazy, and that ties into the thing where Suen probably feels insecure about her position of power, right? And why she's trying to act so much hard in the Bacillus industry, because people don't believe in her because she's young and probably was a little bit mentally abused a bit. Because she had a lot of expectations on her because Jean became too evil to become the heir or whatever, right?
It's that Britishness in her. That's what gets Jean evil. I mean, hell, look at Raven. Look how crazy she went.
Because there has to be a reason Jean was not allowed to become the heir, even though she was the first daughter. And I think it's because she did some strange evil experiments, and Mr. Bacillus was like, okay, yeah. You can't be the heir.
Yeah, we're not having that. We're not having that. But can I still do it? And I was just like, ugh. And that's when she finds herself in deep.
I think Jean likes Suen a lot. I think she actually is like loves Suen as her sister, though.
But that scares me because I think that's why she what we did.
I think that's why she was so mean to what she did to Uni. And then was like, okay, Mihara, you only get like this happening to you, but Uni gets like all of this going on.
Probably he knows. Probably Jian knows that of like the connection Mihara and Uni have, and she's just taking advantage of that. And it just makes her smile. She's evil. It's because of what Uni did to Suyin.
What was I think
she wants to make sure Uni. She wants to make Uni suffer.
Yeah, because she knows what she did to her sister. I think so. Yeah. And she probably wants Mihara to suffer too because they're connected.
They're connected, but she's making sure Uni suffers the most. She doesn't care that Mihara is going to suffer.
Also, Mihara has to return sometime soon in the campaign because they showed her in that like year. Remember at the start of the year, they had like that big trailer, like the old story and whatever. And like the commander's holding the flag and he has the Nikkes around him and Mihara's up there. So Mihara has to return at some point to the main story. That has to happen soon at some point, right?
Yeah, it has to. But when we'll shift up to it, who the hell knows?
Yeah, John Bacillus, Mr. Bacillus, he's probably dead now, and that's why Suen's the leader of Bacillus. So.
But I know nobody touches Precious Sis, but as much as that scares me, and I do have to remind myself that I don't think Jian wants to screw with the commando unit, especially with Rappy.
Yeah, Mihara it'll be neat when Mihara comes back, because I was playing a bunch of her advices lately, and she really wants to play with the commander again.
Yeah, she wants. It's like she remembers him bit by bit, even after the memory wipe.
Miraku says he agrees about liking Suen, but we can't love her. Interesting. I think we can love Suen. Suen can be loved, just like how we love Shifty. And we give her the foot massage.
Nice to us.
And we give her the foot massage.
Oh God, the foot massage.
I'm begging and praying that the Silver Fools will have Suen again. I need more Suen content. I need it.
The closest thing I got I did get my Privity content. Although I'm begging for some more Rappy stuff, but still, I'm like, ugh. Suyin's barbecue and foot massage. Oh no!
See what I think. Maybe what would be funny for April Fools, right? So you know how with Mega Shifty was like crass and rude and stuff, compared to Shifty. where Shifty's nice and kind and whatever, right? What if they have Mecha
Yes.
Suin, who is nice and kind and whatnot, to contrast with Suin's more crass personality? And you have like the opposite dynamic. That would be pretty funny. And you have Mecha Shifty being sweet on the commander, and it's makes Suin act all strange and get like weird and jealous or whatever. That would be pretty sweet, I think.
Yes, because I need jealous Suyin.
Mhm.
Nah, just kidding. We do need Marion back. Come on. Shift Up should have done that better.
Don't worry, Mirian. So what's gonna happen? Commander returns to the surface. He's like, "Oh
Yeah.
wait, guys, remember how my blood is like epic and can repair heretics? We should go give it to Mirian." He gives it to Mirian. Mirian starts getting better, but then she's like, "Oh man, Mirian's not fully better, guys. She's like doing really good now, but she just can't reach her full potential anymore. And that little core in her is doing nothing." Then four beasts show up.
Yeah.
Only one is just walks towards Mirian because she can feel a connection, and she gives one of her cores straight to Mirian, and then Mirian wakes up fully. There you go. Boom. It's solved. Mirian does deserve better. They didn't even give her a CG in the hospital bed for us to look at in the scene.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that was about. Where was the CG of her in the hospital bed and the commander crying over? Where was it? They didn't do it. That was evil.
Didn't.
That was very
That
evil.
was very evil.
Exactly.
But-
It made Soda cry.
But if they were able to like update, say, Mary's burst animation with the necklace and make changes like the voices and stuff, I think they should make that CG and put it in that spot.
They're all crying in the chat now.
I don't blame them. I don't.
Doro is going to realize she needs to get back to the Goddess Squad. When Scarlet and Rapunzel are all repaired, she's going to return. Something's going to happen, and she's going to return to be the leader of Goddess with them. It has to happen.
It has to. But she probably needs her own breaking point where she realizes, as much as she misses Pine. she's
Oh man,
just like,
Ripple
"Look,
ruined it. Ripple ruined it.
Oh.
He made the
See,
moan sound.
That's
he made the
why
moan.
in Murder 4, he's going to die first. Will it be me? I don't know. I ain't saying it. Now he's not going to trust me when he sees me like, you're the murderer, I'm going to kill you.
Alfred just looking at
And then he's like, oh, he's an innocent.
Wowzers.
And I'm just going to laugh.
Wowzers
Oh.
indeed.
Anyway, yeah,
Oh, it's the song that played when we marry characters in the dating sim. Wow.
oh yeah, I know that song. Shit, when did that play in the actual game? Well, not in the.
It played
event.
during the Maiden
First
and
time.
Guillotine chapter, it seems.
I feel like it played earlier than that too.
Add a car jump cry for 50k points. Why would it be 50k?
Because Ripple just wants to waste his money.
How many points do you have, Ripple, that you would be wasting 50k on a Garchomp cry?
For the flex.
For the flex.
I mean, I have 50k too.
You don't even have 50k. You're gonna waste all your points on a Garchomp cry?
Oh man, I have more points than Ripple. Well, he gets a bonk.
Yeah, Bestie's still here.
So, can I blow up that building?
How dare you ask me that question, Bestie?
Where's Bestie? There's Bestie.
Did you hear what she asked me?
No.
She asked if she could blow up the building. Wow. That's crazy.
She's a murder
She's
machine.
aggressive. She's aggressive. The Vestie is aggressive.
I think she needs correction. But if I do that, I'm probably gonna piss off Unwa.
Whoa, Milk and Asuka are together. Two Cinderace. Look at that.
Milk and Asuka. Oh dear. Bunny milk.
She has the big hat. And Trony's here too. Well, Trony's learning the Tsundere way from the two of them. Look at that. Trony's Tsundere training, so she can do the roleplay role.
I don't need a third girl to call me, to stare at me like I'm absolute fucking garbage. I don't need
She
that.
had the perfect stare for it. She has that.
She does have it because it's like it's just walking human garbage. It's just like she looks at you and it's just like, I feel awful.
Oh, and that's another thing that has to happen, right? In the next chapters is Oleg and Trony have to be involved, right? Because it's power related.
Yes.
So Oleg and Trony will return in chapters 45, probably.
Yeah. Because the secret Oleg found out was the Ultra Rapture Core, wasn't it?
Yeah. Trony saw it too.
Oh,
And they
there's
didn't
Marcy.
mind switch.
I'm sad that I did not get to have fun with Marcy this event.
She
But-
got thrown into like the oven or something. She just disappeared.
She just poofed. Like, we had her in colorless. But then it's just like, oh no. Instead, it's just we're gonna have Privity be the sexy teacher, and I'm gonna be down bad for her.
Ether tied up Marciana into like a basement so that we could play with Arcana and Privity.
Yeah.
What was her
Marcy
plan?
would probably be a little jealous. Oh.
Marcy would have been like, you guys, you can't be dating like this. That's not professional for this environment. You
It's
can't
not
be doing this.
professional until I'm basically smooching her,
Yeah.
along with Privity.
Yes, she gets involved.
Feet. Privity devoured her and took her. Oh no, Privity is so. Oh no.
Very. Boom.
Boom. If only Trony was good and not
If
bad.
only. Goddess
That's
of
the
victory.
gameplay.
Privity.
It's going to be sad though because Privity's probably going to get nothing for a long time now. Unless they give her the bunny outfit, which they might give it to her because that is foreshadowed with her and Aid in the outpost encounter would be Bunny Privity coming soon.
Oh, but that would have to be. They would have to make that here. I don't
It'll be
want
next. It'll
another
be an
alt for
alt.
Privity.
It'll be another alt. It's going to be another alt.
I
She'll
don't
have
want another alt. Oh.
two alts for Privity, like how Snow White has two alts, right?
Snow White has two alts, but soon Neon's gonna have it, and so will Anise. Rappy's still gonna have her two, like just have her two. But I would just be fine if you just give the bunny outfit to Maid Priv. I don't care that is she gonna go from cat ears to bunny ears. Fine.
Yes, we need a Kilo alt where she's out of the mech or something. Or like or they convert Talos into like a body armor type thing, like an Iron Man type suit, but like skimpy.
So a sexy version of Samus's suit.
I guess, yes.
Cause that'd be the closest thing. I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
It could be like, what they could do is they could do a thing where it's like, oh, she gets that alt, but it's in like the simulation or whatever, like how the Winter Guillotine and Magic Maiden or whatever. So it's not actually like, oh, they really converted Talos into that. It's just, oh, that's just a simulated version of it or whatever. And we still get to use it though.
Yep.
Yeah. Mori is going to be wearing armor or something after her training, I think. Where is Mori here anyway? There you are.
At the bottom. There she is. I just saw her.
She does have a
right above
good
that.
shooting pose. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
How would Talos work
Bad
as a
sheep.
purse? Talos being a purse doesn't
Talos just comes in, wrecks shit, and poofs. Kind of like Truck Senpai and for Sakura in GFL 2. Ripple would know what I'm talking about. All you have to see is Kilo putting in some coordinates, and then you just see
What is it?
Talos just come
Is
in
there something
and just
you want me
wreck
to do?
everything.
the Liana skin was the best thing from the Eva collab.
Oh, the Zookeeper outfit where she looked more like she should be in like Super Sentai. Yeah.
And she rides Timmy.
Ooh, this place is nice and quiet.
No, they hurt
Perfect for
Timmy.
walking Timmy.
Perfect for
I
walking
wish
Timmy.
people wouldn't judge Timmy based solely on his appearance. He's
Aw.
It was good. It was really good.
He's crying.
Yeah, so let me put down. So power shutdown. Okay, you need to come over to here now. Come on. Okay, why did you not get selected? There we go. Okay, move you over here. You can go over here, I guess.
Don't tell Scrambles that. We don't
And
need
then-
giant woman.
We need 7-foot tall Nikkes.
Oh God. Taller than even Red Hood? Oh. Oh.
We need Nikkes the size of Bikinis before they change the art to make her smaller.
Yeah.
That was so sad. I pointed it out, and then they I pointed it out actually 2 times, and then they updated the CG to make her how big she should actually be. But she should be
God.
big. She should be big.
Should be nice and tall. Here's the thing: if they cannot give me uppies, it's disappointing. It's if I recall, Senti's tall, right?
Senti is supposed to be taller than us because she lifts us up and throws us in the air easily.
Yep, she gives us. Yeah, she gives us uppies.
So like, she should be at least like 6'4" or something.
Yeah, at least as tall or somewhere close to Red Hood.
Mm-hmm. Well, Redhead's only like 5'11", according to like the official height chart thing. I think Senti is not much taller either, even though she should be taller. Though the official height chart in Japan was just horrible. It like says no one is above 6 foot in Nikkei. No one.
Damn it. Red Hood is just slightly taller than me.
But it doesn't make sense because the commander is supposed to be like 6 feet tall. But Senti lifts us up and throws us up easily. She's supposed to be taller than us, Senti. She is supposed to be. They need to make an eternal, like they need to give like a standardized thing or whatever and make sure that everyone follows it. It needs to happen. They should hire me as the lore czar, and I can cover it for them. I can cover it up.
Yeah, consistency is kind of Shift Up's weak point right now.
Yeah, a lot of things are inconsistent when it comes to like the details of Nikke's. Do they smell or do they not smell? We don't know. We just don't know.
We just don't know.
Why do Privity and Arcana need to shower all the time if Nikke's don't smell? What's that about?
Well, I mean, habit.
Habit.
We got we got the shampoo scent from Privity. It's like, oh, I knew. It's like, yeah, I knew you were watching this because I could smell you. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Well, we smelled the shampoo and the perfume. We didn't smell her.
Yes. But technically, it was the shampoo and perfume she uses.
But that's not a natural
just
scent. Not
Not a
natural scent.
but it's still the same. It's still well, we can identify her.
Mm-hmm.
Anissa's odor, yeah, her odor with her. Oh God, there is a reason I call her Stinky, even if she almost farted in my face.
Well, remember, Splendiman is actually the waste of Nikke's. Think about that. Because they can eat indigestible matter. They can eat like rocks and they can eat like expired food and it gets converted into something. A human can't do that. A human would die.
It's probably also. It's just something to at least mimic.
So I think the
human
Splendiman
digestion.
machine, the Splendiman machine is like a replication of like the Nikke digestive system to convert any kind of organic matter into something that can be turned into sustenance for humans. That's what I think.
Yeah. Oh
'Cause
yeah.
the the Nikke digestive system is like magic, considering what Snow White eats.
Everything that Snow White eats, and then she grew up and then became a mommy. I'm like, what the? How?
Oh yeah, and Mir keeps bringing up the fact that Bunny Alice doesn't overheat, even though she should overheat. Yeah, they overlooked that as
She
well.
should. Yeah, they kind of just oh, she doesn't do that anymore when she's a bunny girl.
Yep. Somehow we got solved. Somehow.
And I don't think Lamilla was involved because that would involve technology, and knowing her in tech. Bye.
It's funny that Mustang intentionally built a Nikke that can't stop sweating. In Folkwang.
Oh, Folkwang. Now there's a character that needs some attention too. Oh, she does. I mean, yeah, she was there with Rumani.
True, don't let Alice have a lot of hot Cheetos. She's gonna melt.
She will melt. Even though, how many times have I seen you give her hot Cheetos?
3 times, I think. I think I posted that image 3 times.
3 times. What the? Oh. But it's her favorite snack.
It is her favorite snack. She loves it.
And she like chomps on him like a carrot.
Yep. Yeah, Folkwang had the bunny costume, and she got covered in egg.
Oh yeah, she had the ice cubes, and then they melted. Like holy, like if anyone's dealing with heat too. Oh.
Yeah, she was voiced. She got that a little bit. She actually got in a voiced event. Not every Nikke can say they've got into a voiced event. Or been voiced at all outside of their baselines.
I don't think did Marciana have a voiced event? Like, was it voiced in one event?
Did she talk? I think there was parts of one of the school events that had some voice acting, a little bit of it. Maybe. Like the first one, I think had a little bit of voice acting.
School of Lock or
I think School of Blanc had a bit of voice acting in it. Maybe. I think.
I'll have to go back to that.
At least during like the live CG one, right, where she was writing in like the notes and she looked very distressed.
No, I don't think she was. She voiced in that because I think that was colorless. Because that was colorless.
No. When she was I'm gonna go on
Oh,
Nikke
no,
right now.
you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
There was another time where she was distressed, and I'm thinking colorless because she was distressed in that and had to watch.
I think this one, she had a little bit of voice acting during this scene where she was in the book.
Okay. That might have been School of Lock because I don't think I.
Yeah, School of Law.
Yeah, because I'm thinking when she was also distressed with.
Well, Admi and Yuha got voice acting during the main campaign, didn't they?
Yes, because especially early on, because they were when Privity did her deed, pulled the trigger. You know, not everybody's happy about that.
Okay, let's look over this one time. What do you think about this? Do you think there's anything else we should add in these predictions or no? What do you think?
No, I think it covers everything that we know of since like Goddess Fall, as well as Chapter 40. After the 4 Beasts arc.
Remember, Admi was the one that actually shot Exia. It wasn't actually Privity. That's what people forget.
You're just triggering him now.
No, that's the truth.
Oh, no.
That's literally the truth. It wasn't Privity. It was Admi that did it.
Oh,
Privity gets the blame, but it was actually Admi.
Oh, Poison Art, no.
Mark my words.
That's
Wow.
why I didn't say shit.
Crazy.
I accepted that Privity probably pulled the trigger, and nobody's happy with me when I say
Well, actually, it was
She's my
Admi
wife.
and Privity double tap. They did it together. They did a uniform attack. It was a combo team. It was a team up. It was a dual attack combo.
It was dual attack combo. What is this? Project Cross Zone?
Yep.
Oh no.
Wispy Jazz says, I assumed he seemed so. He saw Admi and assumed she was a cold, serious member of the squad and didn't mess around.
The lolly? The lolly that likes kitties.
Well, she is serious. She doesn't mess around like Privity does. Privity becomes a maid, so Privity's the least serious member, actually.
Privity becomes a maid and became a teacher, but is very serious on both of these.
You know, really,
one of the best
Privity
supports
is
we've had.
actually the most overworked member of Triangle because she does all the field work. Though the only thing that Admi and Yuha do is a bunch of paperwork, right? And paperwork isn't as draining as field work, right? So when you think about it like that, Yuha doesn't have an excuse to be tired all the time when Privity's doing like 60 million things in the field constantly.
You know what? It's because of Privity doing all that work that she has all that extra paperwork too.
Maybe.
I'm just like, you know what, Jazz, you're right, because we had Lycos Recoil, and we've seen some child assassins. Okay.
One thing though we need to keep in mind is Privity 1. That's what we need to keep in mind. Is Privity 1.
I'm telling you, I'm like, here's the thing, and once Rappy finds out that the kiss happened, actually did happen, and everything that happened in 2x2.
No, if any Nikke finds out anything about what happened in 2x2 from like the students and stuff spreading gossip, there's going to be a Nikke civil war where they're going to all fight each other.
What did you do? Oh no! I know you were there for us, but you might have just screwed everything.
Yeah, I know there's hard mode. Hard mode is probably going to say it's going to be like, oh, the true canon timeline is there was no romance. It was just people had little fun together, and then it ended, and the festival was fine. There was no romance.
There was no romance.
The romances are
why I
all
get
just
these
alt
empty-
history.
I get these empty memories.
It's all
Actually,
what if
that made me
scenarios.
sad. So I did get the real Privity ending, the Student X Privity ending. So I decided to finally finish up the normal ending, and that hurt, but that didn't hurt as much as Bad Ending 9.
She became
There's things
us.
there are things I would say, but I'm probably only going to say elsewhere.
Okay.
It's not stream friendly.
Oh.
Not stream friendly.
Ripple says never Doom. Ignis says always Doom.
Well, that's because they're competing mushroom men.
Although it's funny that Ripple
Maybe
say
they
that
should
though,
kiss.
because Ripple is saying that don't Doom and believe that Privity and the Commander smashed every day for 2 weeks straight.
Doom sometime. I mean, for sure. I mean, that's what I want to believe, especially after doing the teacher route. And it all started with that shower moment.
The shower moment. Yeah, I got both real endings right away. I'm a real Privity head because I never got any of the normal endings right away. I got the real endings both times, student and teacher. That's how you know
Life was great,
Cog 1.
wasn't it?
Cog 1.
Cog one. I'm just saying, it's like there are things that are said in other places that probably fit how Bad Ending 9 was. I hear like Bad Ending 6 made people feel bad. I'm not looking forward to reading that.
And looking to get something on
You didn't
the
do the Bad
up and
Ending 6 already? That was in part 1.
I know
With
it was in
Arcana.
part 1. My focus was on Privity.
Oh, but you didn't 100% part 1 before part 2 came out? Oh.
Nope. No, I was dead set focused on Privity.
I know, I sped read everything else that was Arcana in part 1. And got through it quickly. But yeah, it was like, whoa, crazy. because you overindulged her, and that actually made her lose sight of what her real wants were, basically.
Yes. And yeah, like I was talking to Zenard and Happy on your server about when we were discussing the little spoiler things that we kept in the spoiler rooms. Yeah, like both me and Zenard pretty much lived similar love lives. From the sounds of things. So we understood worse. Oh God.
Worse. Sauteed insects. Would you eat sauteed insects from the Outer Rim?
So when people ask why Bad Ending 6 is feels like evil and that sort of thing, or like it's just like you might feel disgusted about it. It's just like sometimes you can't just give the person you love what they say they want.
Oh, scumbag gaming is here. Look at that.
Hey.
Anywhere else? I see.
But when we had our own personal privity, and I didn't want my own personal privity. I want my privity.
It was actually a little bit absurd that it happened though, because how did she get her mind broken from just that one event and us just saying it's over? I don't think that would have actually happened. I think they played it up for the bad ending.
They probably did, but with how the commander, if he chose that, just try to make it sound like, oh yeah, we screwed up. We absolutely screwed up. She was already feeling down, and now the person who she was hoping would pick her back up is dooming with her. So she's just like, fuck it. It's over.
Emote of Laplace, true.
Yes, we do need an emote of
Thickness
Laplace.
707 says Cinderella.
And after doing those bad endings, I'm just like thinking, if like any of these things happened, we've
Crazy.
already doomed the world. We've doomed the world.
Doom the world. But yeah, that's time it seems for the stream. So we got our prediction list thing here that can be potentially used. Neat. It was pretty funny what Ignis did.
Oh no.
Always laugh. Always have fun.
Always have fun. Never
Everyone wins. Especially blue
That's
women.
what I believe.
And
If
remember,
you mention anything about red women, no.
also look at Siren, right? Look at Siren right here. She's definitely a blue woman. Look at that hair. I believe Siren is blue. That's a very dark blue. It's like a very deep ocean blue.
She is very much an honorary blue head, just like Jill Valentine. Thing is, yeah, Jill's brown hair.
Like especially here. Look at this. In her like
she's Little Mermaid.
in her dress thing. Like that hair is way bluer than her default. Look at that. That is blue. That is blue. She is a blue woman.
Are they doing the same? They were doing the same crap they did with Privity.
She's blue.
Because you know how Privity was was blue hair. Then when she goes as a teacher, she has green hair. Now it's like, oh, you have streaks of green in her OG look, but now you see blue.
Siren will be blue.
Actually, look, even in her, when the light shines on her head, you can see more blue.
Exactly.
But then you look at her other costumes, they're green.
The dress is her true form at her most happiness, or at her most happy, right? That's like what she really should be. So that's what she is, a blue woman. And that's why Siren will win the popularity poll, guys. Remember, you gotta vote for Siren in the popularity poll. She needs to win so that she can have the date with the commander. It needs to happen.
Oh, crap.
The date with the commander.
I'm scared for that because we already screwed up with Rappy.
We didn't screw up. We picked the right choice. They screwed up the writing.
Yeah, it did, but still.
We gave them the scenario, we gave them the setup, and they kicked us. They kicked it down the drain.
Hard.
They kicked it down the drain.
It hard. Why?
Ripple, why would we be voting for Moran?
Because Moran got her treasure and made her like pilgrim levels of stupid.
Yeah, but that means Pervy is gonna get voted for even more because she got this dating sim event and then also got a treasure that made her like pilgrim level as well.
Oh, it hurts because I'd love to see Cinderella win, but I also want to see Siren win. I would love to see Privity win. I'd like to see Moran win, but it's just like, damn it.
Stall 3 caught a rat as food. Yeah, she did. She did. She was eating rats in the outer rim.
Rats.
Yep.
Where are the rats?
Yeah, Doro can't win because Doro is Doro, and she'll only win when she gives the commander the big sloppy kiss.
She's not doing just a big sloppy kiss. She's getting correction.
Rats, rats. Where are the rats? We stalk at night. At night, where are the rats?
Giving her a 5th costume. I'm like, she's gonna be the one with the most costumes.
She is the one with the most costumes. Right now, she is literally the one with the most costumes right now.
Yep.
She has 5. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Yep, 5 total costumes.
5 total costumes and an alt.
Yeah. She won.
Oh.
Then please stay where I can always see you.
I mean, all this winning for Privity and she has to be removed from the vote. I was like, no. I love her. I want her to win. No.
But yeah, I think we're gonna call the stream there, Max. We're gonna call it there.
Okay. Call it there. And more things are about to happen. But yeah. I say
Wait, was I showing? Did I show on the screen Siren and stuff? I didn't. I showed it, right? When I was talking about it.
When you were talking about her, yeah, but I think
Okay.
Wispy was still in Ad Hell at the time.
I see.
20 years? So basically until AOS? Oh.
Oh, what about Diesel Miraku? Are you saying they're asking about if Diesel's a blue woman, or are you asking about her alt? Because her alt can't be in the voting because of it's limited. Limited alts can't be in voting. That's the thing. Yeah, Crown's my strongest Nikke, yep.
Meanwhile, Rappy Red Hood's mine.
We all
Right next to her
love Crown.
is Priv. Oh, we all love Crown. I just need to give her better stats.
No, he means strongest as in power, because I'm sorted by power and Crown's my top.
Yeah, battle power is like up there. But wait, how strong is your Crown? Is she at least 300k?
I'm gatekeeping it.
Why?
But yeah, that will be the end. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream, subscribe, make sure to follow on Twitch. If you're not following on Twitch right now, press the follow button. That would be very cool if you did that. That would be awesome. We're almost at 300 followers. Whoa. So that would be epic. Diesel has 4 skins plus her base, so she has a total of Diesel has she has 3. She has 3 skins plus her base, so she has a total of 4. Diesel only has 4 total skins versus Privity's 5.
But she also has an alt too.
Diesel has an alt as well, though.
Oh yeah, AZX Squad is eating good.
Mhm.
Because, we sing a song. And then Arcana just comes in and goes like, oh, you don't have Christmas bread? Here, you're the only one I'm like, you're the only one. No, she becomes 416 right there. Even though that's rapping. She's the only one we need for shotgun teams.
Yep, it was very fun to talk. Thank you, Max, as well. It was fun.
Thank you, Cog, for having me here again.
But yeah, follow, subscribe, like YouTube stream, all that good jazz. Subscribe. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for more Fallout New Vegas. We're probably gonna finish the Lonesome Road DLC and beat up Useless, right? We'll beat them up. Also, yeah, in the About section of my Twitch channel, there's the Discord server link. Come join too. And on YouTube, in my profile, you can also find the Discord link. Come on by, join it. Okay.
Bye,
Down
everybody.
for sure this time. Bye-bye.